Oh, yeah.
Very special Christmas film. You see, the thing Santa enjoys most during the Christmas holidays is singing Christmas songs together. Would you sing one with me? Yeah! Wonderful! Now, if you don't mind, I'd like us to sing Santa's favorite Christmas song of all. You know, the one about the jingling bells riding through the snow. Yes, that's the one. Jingle bells.
Riding through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er our fields we go, laughing all the way. Ho, ho, ho! Bells on bobtails ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in the one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride.
Jingle bells.
Jingle, jingle.
Hello and welcome to the Geek Fortress stream. My name's Tommy Moonray, and we're going to be taking you on an adventure through the Field of Legacy tonight. Hold on to your seats, hold on to your hats, and hold on to anything else that's near you, because we're going to take you on the galactic cruise across the world of the Legacy Field, down into the plains that the Planeswalkers roam, and we are going to have ourselves the adventure of a lifetime as we go forth into the world.
Alright.
Justin is here with a
ready for
matchup
this?
for me. Thank you so much, Justin.
Alright, we got Chase in your face Hansen.
Where will he be?
Back to the wall.
Back to the wall, but he'll be kicking much like a trained animal who is in fact caged, which is what I meant to say.
He's playing as Dylan. Good job.
Interesting. So Chase Oh, I know what Chase is on.
Yeah. Thieves.
Is that what he's calling it?
I don't know. Chase, what do you call him today? Punishing thieves.
Okay.
You know what my deck name is?
Alright. So, hello everybody. Who are you supposed to pick on? Of course. Who's doing commentary? That would be me, Tommy Moonray. When the emotes are like this, it looks like he's playing his own hair. You never know. You never know. Tommy Moonray is the frontman of the popular Galactic Mystery Band. So, we have got OUSMNT. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So, Chase Hansen, who is on Punishing Thieves. Yes, we'll talk a little bit about what that deck is, and he's up against Reanimator in the hands of Dylan Jupp. It's gonna be too hot to handle and too cold to hold. Hello to Allison. I hope you are having a wonderful day. It's gonna be a good night. It's gonna be a good night. I'm back here. I'm gonna run this stream straight. I'm gonna make it happen. We're gonna dance with it. And yeah, this deck has got Dak Faden. It's got Punishing Fire. It's got Baleful Strix. It's got Fire and Ice. It's got everything. This deck has got everything. Let's head on down. Let's have some fun. We'll see you there. Let's go. Alright, and both of these players are gonna be heading off into it. Oh no, of course not. I was actually born with differently colored hair. It's a common thing once you've actually started. Actually, I wasn't born with it. That's just what I tell people. But once you've traversed the intergalactic mysteries of the world like I have, and you've worked your way around the interstellar tour, sometimes your hair will change. Oh yes, flying solo. Tonight, I do not have my usual band members, my bass member of Jupiter Mackenzie, my guitarist, the man known only as Sunshine, and, of course, our drummer, which is... forgot her name. That's okay. Venus Williams. Venus Williams is what I'm trying to say there. Okay. Nope, this is actually the blue-black Reanimator with a little bit of a green splash for Abrupt Decay. Chase is on a deck. Let's go ahead and just break down this deck a little bit. Really might have to talk in this voice. I've lost my voice last stream. I probably shouldn't push it. 4 Brainstorm, 3 Ponder, 3 Lightning Bolt, 4 Deathrat Shaman, 4 Baleful Strix, 3 Punishing Fire, 1 Snapcaster Mage, from what I can tell. Plus, you've got 3 Dak Faden, the greatest thief in the multiverse. Punishing Fire plus Grixis Thieves, kind of. The thief is Dak Faden. Yes, TJ. TJ lost his voice on Wednesday. Not me. But I should, of course, respect that. You do also have Notion Thief out. You've got Force of Will. You've got Murderous Cut. You've got Jace. You've got Fire and Ice. Thank you so much, Retoid, for the cheers. What's the deal with the cow? Chase likes the cow. That's his notepad. So, Underground Sea from Dylan. Chase sitting with a... Polluted Delta, and we're going to force away the Fire and Ice, the burn spell that pitches to force. Not going to let that entomb. The interesting thing is that Chase has got a lot of experience with the Reanimator deck. Actually, Reanimator is Chase's main deck, and Dylan tends to actually take his lead on the deck building choices. So Chase has got a really intimate knowledge of how this deck operates. He's probably going to fire off this Brainstorm, looking for another way to interact with it. Just before the end, we get a Force of Will. Looking for... oh no, that's a Brainstorm. We didn't get the Force of Will. Looks like this one is going to resolve. Not going to be any luck there. Leyline of Dairy always comes into play on opening hand. Love it. Alright, so... looks like we are going to fetch away some of those cards that we don't like. We're going to take a fresh draw, and Dylan is likely going to end up resolving it. Or actually, he drew into another Brainstorm, so maybe we fire off that one and take another dig in. I think you are right. And I think that is the intent of Chase Hansen. Time to take another swing at it, and actually, that is yet another Brainstorm, so no luck there. Chase is going to be at a little bit of a disadvantage there. He's got a fetch land in hand that he'll be trying to fire off. Another Brainstorm and a Dak Faden. Let's see. So Dylan is going to go for the Griselbrand. It's the most popular one. It's the most common one. It draws lots of cards. I mean, it just doesn't get any better than that as far as things go. It's the pretty obvious one. So, we're going to untap. Now, he could go for the... like, I think he has to... I guess he can go with the Dak Faden. Man, that Dak Faden picture didn't come out how I wanted it to. Let's go with this one. So, do you just go for the Faithless Looting, I suppose? There's nothing to really take control of. What's the backstory of the cow? That's Chase's notebook. And he just likes to put it out there. That's about... the entire story of the cow. Dak Faden coming down, going for a loot. Looks like we're going to get rid of a Baleful Strix and what appears to be a land as well. Huh. Not entirely sure what you just tried to do, Dora, there. But that's okay. That is okay. We've got a fetch land and a Brainstorm for Chase. Next turn he could go for both a loot and that, but there's a good chance that Dylan's going to be getting back a Gristlebrand. That is going to lead to a pretty difficult time. Oh, look at all those Tommy Moonrays. Tommy Moonray. Alright, Exhume. We're going to get back the Baleful Strix. Heads up play by Chase by putting that one in there, playing around the possibility of the Exhume. It is going to act as a nice blocker against Dylan. He gets the Force of Will so that he can at least try and stop any further reanimation spells. He does have another Baleful Strix, which is going to draw him another card. And looks like we are going to go for the fetch land here. Could still actually go for the Brainstorm as well if Chase ever wants to dive into that realm. Doesn't look like he is quite there at the moment. So instead, just holding onto it as the as a potential target, or I guess a pitch card for his Force Will, draws into an island, passes it back. Dylan's gonna have a hard time attacking into this one, where it conceptually works out fine, and he gets to gain his 7 and he gets to draw cards, but he does end up losing the Gristlebrand, and maybe there's a world where Dylan tries to do that and then try and reanimate it again, and Chase has got the Force Will to stop that. Looks like we do have another Exhume in hand, so even if you lose it, Chase is actually going to get another Baleful Strix if he decides to go for that. But he's just going to go for the draw first, maybe looking for some way to interact with this and just trying to dig deeper into the library. Maybe trying to get more of these targets out as well. Something like a careful study into this Exhume would end up working out pretty nicely. It also does fill up his hand with the ability to get into some of these counter battles with the Force of Wills. I have a Dak Faden floating over the chat. Oh yeah, there's a Dak Faden in the battlefield. I can get rid of it. Let's get rid of it. Bye, Dak. Bye-bye, Dak. Alright. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining the Geek Fortress stream. My name's Tommy Moonray, and I am filling in for, of course, your usual TJ tonight. Having a good time, doing him a solid. Coming in. And we are going to reanimate his Baleful Strix. Does Chase decide to force pick this as the Force Will fight? Because the Exhume does not work nearly as well, actually. So he could go for this Force Will, and then if the Exhume is the one that gets fired off, he does get his Baleful Strix back. Interesting. Okay. Dak Faden, thief of chats and hearts. Of course. Of course. So, the careful study, getting fired off. We're going to try digging a little bit deeper into this deck. We did get our Baleful Strix as well, so holding on to that one because he does have the Dak Faden, which can actually take the Baleful Strix back. So Chase might just end up using the minus ability on this Dak Faden to take back the Baleful Strix, which is delightfully clever. Gain control of target artifact. Knock it down to 6. Get another Baleful Strix back. Sure, you don't draw the card, but you get to hold back Gristlebrand, which is pretty nice for your trouble. Whew. And it looks like we've got an Exhume. Gonna Force Will that one. Looks like Dylan is ready to fight over it, and we misdirecting it. So it is going to resolve. We are going to get back the Gristlebrand. And that is going to be pretty good. Now you can still take the Baleful Strix. That's fine. It's going to be pretty difficult to interact with. Still fine. But overall, I just don't think that is where he was hoping to be. Battle of the Baleful Birds. Put it on a poster. Alright. And we were putting some of those back. Apparently, Alright. Retard! Thank you so much. for the 100 bits. Merry Christmas to you as well. Happy holidays to you as well. Thank you so much. It's great having you. Yes, Bites in Flight, it is that legacy. Yeah, it happens. It happens. Luckily, when you're running events that allow proxies, you don't sanction them. So we're somewhere in the middle ground between casual and regular REL. It'll happen, we get through it. So, the Exhume getting fired off. Looks like Chase is looking to interact with that one, get a Lightning Bolt the Baleful Strix in response, because that goes back to Chase's graveyard, and then he can actually bring it back with that Exhume. Ends up working out quite nicely. Dylan can fight over this. He does have a Force of Will in hand. I'm not sure if I really want to, however. Okay. Dax ult. Dax ult is that you get an emblem with whenever you cast a spell, you gain control of a permanent. Or that targets a permanent, you gain control of that permanent. Is what it is. Yep. Ooh. This is actually Chase's favorite card that is now on the battlefield. Or one of them, I suppose. But, yeah, that is actually one of Chase's favorite cards ever that just got put onto the battlefield. I don't think that he would know quite how to handle going up against a card that he is oh so familiar with and has such a fun time with it. Oh man, did I miss a proofread earlier? I did. Thanks, Bryce. Bryce always gets me anytime that TJ misspells something on Twitter. Bryce will always catch him on it. Always. Tidespout? Tidespout is brilliant. Tidespout Tyrant. Chase's one of his favorite combos is to have a Raven's Crime along with a Tidespout Tyrant, because what you do is you cast the Raven's Crime when they have no cards in hand, you bounce a permanent, and they have to discard that one. It is delightful and brilliant. It's a lot of fun. You know, if you're Chase. Not if you're his opponent. So, as we head into the sideboarding there, I'm curious about what we'll see coming in from the board. Yeah, Dylan took that game because he just had a lot going on for him. Way too much going on for him. The Tidespout Tyrant is a pretty big game here. He's not a nice dude. Yeah, that's fair. So, he does have some red elemental blast that he could take in if he really wanted to. Thought Seizes don't look particularly good. Abrupt Decays aren't particularly brilliant. I don't know his sideboard super well in this Punishing Thieves deck. Think of it as basically a Grixis value deck. Nice. Echoing Truth going to be coming in. Can get some of those creatures back to Dylan's hand where he can't reanimate them. Okay, and Chase is going to be on the play here. He's been having a lot of fun with this deck. Chase, while he has the main decks that he's particularly talented with, which would be Reanimator is his main deck, he is a really talented player at diving into other things as well. Mithy, TJ is actually taking the night off. My name is Tommy Moonray, and I am the frontman for the intergalactic superband Galactic Mystery. TJ and I are close friends. He asked me to fill in for him tonight. So that's what I'm doing. A lot of people say that we look similar, though, so I understand. I understand. That is, in fact, a nice cow. Actually, it's one of the nicest cows in the entire galaxy. Hope he can answer local enchantments and Exhume. He can answer anything he wants. He's got Force of Will. He's got Echoing Truth. He's got everything in the world. Red Elemental Blast doesn't do well against... Yeah. No, against local enchantments like Necromancy. It's unlikely that Chase is going to be doing a whole lot there. The Punishing Fire is okay if you want to get into like counter battles, but I'm not entirely convinced about it. Mithy, it is brilliant. It is brilliant. TJ definitely owes me after this. He'll have to do me a favor, maybe show up in my band on one of my tours. The only problem is that he is unable to travel interspatially as I am. Do you mean auras, by the way? Because I've never heard them called local enchantments before, but I saw that you did, and I thought that maybe I should. As a fun fact, there's a field creeper in this booth with me. I like field creeper. As we're waiting for it, let me just take a quick moment to tell you that field creeper is, I think, one of the best arts that they underutilized. It's brilliant art, it's great art, it's enchanting, it's delightful, it's mysterious, it's creepy, it's got a lot going for it. And they slapped it onto a 2-1 for 2. Well, that is less than I was hoping for from the art like this. Like only enchanting Dominaria. Nice. You would come for the co-host, but you're currently snowed in? Well, if you're snowed in, how are you going to get here from Russia? Or wherever he is now. Enchant World are the best. Enchant World is actually separate than like global enchantments, however. But yes, Zarek Zero, happy Festivus, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever it is that you're looking, whatever it is that you celebrate, I hope it's a wonderful time. Whatever it is the season to, yeah. Thank you for the A+. It's gonna be a good night, everybody. It's gonna be a good night. It's gonna be a fun night. I'm gonna take a quick aside here. I do apologize. I'm not gonna be able to do the voice all night. TJ lost his voice last Wednesday. So tonight, I, Tommy Moonray, am gonna do my best impression of TJ's voice over the course of this to encourage that as an act of solidarity with him, in which he will not lose his voice any further. So I do apologize for that. But of course, if you are subbed, you do now have access to the Fort Rockstar emote, which does get you access to me, Tommy Moonray, which you can spread across the Twitchiverse, which is similar to the universe, which I travel on my many tours. So, Pluto Delta from Dylan, we are going to be digging in, probably not worried about Wasteland in a matchup like this. It's a 3-color deck that's running Punishing Fire. It's not going to be doing a whole lot that Dylan's really worried about. He can probably go for the Underground Sea. Someone get this Rockstar some tea. I do love tea. What machine do we use to spread? I don't entirely know what you're asking there. So sad that there's no Modern tomorrow. I know, there is no Modern tomorrow. It will be quite sad. Thank you. And the Pithing Needle is naming Dak Faden. Ah, do I use Space Twitter? No, but I can be contacted through TJ's Twitter at RedBaronMTG. He does have a space phone, which he uses to contact me. And so any messages that go there, he will get them to me. So that's nice. That is nice. Have I played the Pokemon TCG? I have not, Nate Big Doom. I have not. Neither has TJ, to my knowledge. Why can't you use emojis? I could not tell you. I would type lowercase fort and then capital R and then lowercase OCKSTAR and see if that works for you. So, Belphus coming out for Chase. We do have the Pithy Needle naming the Dak Faden, but that is currently not in hand. Chase does have the Surgical Extraction, which was able to come in. Yep, I have not played the Pokemon TCG. I have not. There you go, Meep. There you go. And it looks like we are going to go for the Entomb. This one's going to resolve. Chase is not going to have a way to interact with this one. However, that surgical extraction begins looking pretty good if Dylan goes for the Gristlebrand. So Chase will likely end up casting that. And that is going to go well. You got to type Gray Face, no space. Gray Face, no space. Yes, yes you do. But nope. Interesting. Going for the Elish Norn of all things. So Dylan doing a couple of... Elish Norn is going to be really good against Chase's deck. It answers it very, very well. But also, there is only one, which means that when Chase goes for the surgical, it will not be nearly as effective. Interesting. Ethan, Merry Halloween to you as well. I hope that you have a wonderful day. Spatwitter. It's okay, Doro. It's okay. A brainstorm from Chase. We do get the Force of Will to try and take down some of the further answers once he goes for the... But we did get the Elish Norn. We lost the Baleful Strix. Chase is going to have a rough time with this one. How do I feel about the Hardwired album? I have no idea what you just asked me. So, I have no opinion whatsoever on it. Echoing Truth on the Elish Norn is going to put it back into Dylan's hand. It does mean that Dylan doesn't have anything in the graveyard to reanimate. He's got a Jin-Gitaxias and the Elish Norn currently in hand. He's got a Force of Will in hand to stop if Dylan tries to cast something like a Careful Study, if he does want to go for anything along those lines. Basically needs to worry about another Entomb effect or anything that will put those cards from Dylan's hand into his graveyard or his library into his graveyard. In the meantime, Chase gets a little bit of a free boundary. If Dylan goes for a Brainstorm, anything like that, look to see this Notion Thief come in and take over the scene. And it looks like we're actually going to see it come in anyway. I think at this point what we're really looking to do is just establish a clock. A Thoughtseize is coming down. We do see a Reanimate, an Exhume, 2 Exhumes, a Reanimate, a Jin-Gitaxias, and an Elish Norn. Gonna take one of those Exhumes. Okay. What is the Hardwired album? Is there a modern replacement for Sol Ring? No. Is Hardwired... is this by Metallica? I gotta be honest. Tommy Moonray listens to intergalactic music, and TJ never really got into all that music. So doesn't know Metallica at all. Yes. This is basically Grixis Thieves plus Punishing Fire. Yep. TJ never really got into Metallica. And Tommy Moonray is too busy listening to all the universal sounds that are to be sung and heard. Because there are a great many of them. So this Notion Thief might close out the game surprisingly fast, and it looks like, in fact, it will. The Baleful Strix and the Notion Thief are enough to win it. Well, that was supposed to be a 5, not a 15. Let's go ahead and lower it down. Then we'll give Chase his win, and then we'll raise it back up to 20 for this game 3 that both players will be going to. Got a little bit distracted looking up what that album was. Hello to Demo, it's good to see you. Hello to everybody who is joining. Couldn't tell ya. Couldn't tell ya. What is Tommy Moonray's opinion of the new Commander deck, Entropic Rising? Which one is Entropic Rising? I don't know which one is Entropic Rising. Could not tell ya. So if you let me know, I can absolutely let you know which one it was. Though you say Vial Smasher, which makes me... Yeah, I couldn't tell you. The one with no white. Ooh. Yidris, that is actually the best one. In fact, it does often remind me of the Maelstrom that I use to travel to my various concerts on occasion. TJ is also a big fan. That's in fact the one that he picked up. To Meep. Who's the 15th president? TJ. Well, TJ isn't here. However, I would happily answer that. I believe that would be Buchanan. That would be Buchanan. Yes, the Aegis one is fantastic. So let's go ahead and jump into our game. Man, I keep forgetting that I'm supposed to be impersonating TJ's voice tonight. That's my bad. That's my bad. Jen Vom. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. Pretty much whatever holidays that there are, I hope that you enjoy them. And going out for dinner, you enjoy it, Cabligad. I only cheated because I'm not TJ and you asked TJ. Tommy Moonray answered your question. If that counts as cheating, I suppose that's true. I look forward to seeing your return, Gabba Guy. Alright, so Game 3, Dylan on a mulligan, however, does get to be on the play. Chase with those punishing fires apparently in the sideboard, or at least certainly not in play now. Otherwise, I think looks like a ponder in hand. Yes. This is Tommy Moonray impersonating TJ. Ponder from Chase. Taking a look. This looks like a shuffle to me. That's a lot of land. Unless he wants to go for... If he has got the fetch in hand, that he might take the Brainstorm. And then just fire off the Brainstorm. But it looks like we do have the shuffle. Does Dylan only play Legacy? He also occasionally plays Merfolk in Modern. And he enjoyed Green-Black in Standard. Yes, that was our most... that was our first hit album. In space, no one can hear you scream, but everyone can hear you rock and roll. Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one. Alright. Is Dylan Jupp the store owner you spoke to on the phone? That would be the case, yes. Dylan Jupp is, in fact, the store owner that you spoke to on the phone. If you did speak to Dylan Jupp on the phone. If you didn't, then this very likely isn't the same person. But another ponder from Chase. We do have the fetch land available. We're going to shuffle it up again, take another draw. And we're going to go for yet another shuffle. Check in to see what we've got. Dylan is a very nice guy. Dylan lets me do this. Dylan lets me do this. He lets TJ do this. He lets all of you hopefully enjoy this. Dylan is quite the facilitator of this stream. Can't thank him enough for it. Cannot thank him enough. Oh, it's the holidays. Happy holidays, everybody. I hope you are enjoying them. I hope that they have been splendid. I hope that you get the chance. Yes, my name is Tommy. It's a wonderful to see you. I hope you're having a great time. But it's a good time. And I hope that for everyone, the world seems a bit brighter and better as we approach the new year and we approach the time of holidays and just appreciating things. That's the hope. That's the hope. So, Death Threat Shaman out. A careful study for Dylan as I struggle with some things on this computer. We are going to need to get that second one soon. An Exhume, which we are going to surgical extraction in response. Looks like Dylan is looking to misdirect it. What do we point at? Looks like we're going to point it at the Ponder. Looks like he is going to fail to find, and Dylan is going to get his way. Hair metal puns. If this was hair metal, I'd make puns. But this is real life. This is real hair-raising stuff. We can't just take what we're watching right now, put some face paint on it, and pretend that it's something else. No, not on my watch. Not on my watch. This Iona is out on the battlefield. It seems to be naming blue because they put the blue dice next to it. Another Death Red Shaman coming down. We do have Echoing Truth, Baleful Strix, Notion Thief, and Dak Faden in hand. Chase is going to have a pretty rough time getting around this. And it looks like that Iona is going to come on over and just give Chase a little kiss. and we are going to reveal the 4 blue cards in hand, and we are going to move on to the next game, which is, of course, a different match. So, let's try and get another matchup on camera. We're going to head back up to the booth, have some fun, and we'll hang out for a bit. If you've got questions for me, Tommy Moonray, I'd happily answer them for you. In the meantime, I'm going to try and get myself some water to further do my TJ impression. And, of course, we're going to get another match for you if we can. I believe we've got 4 rounds tonight. Should be a fun time. I will see you up there. Thank you. Alright, so we are going to work on that. Who took the game? That would be Dylan who took the game, and Iona naming blue was too much for Chase to overcome. He was struck down by the angel in the skies as Chase found himself on the wrong side of the field from the Shield of Ameria. It would be Reanimator. That one. But thank you everybody for joining. Thank you for being who you are. Thank you for being the amazing people as you join me here tonight, just before the holidays. This is our final stream before the holidays. There will be no stream tomorrow. I'm having a great time. I'm really excited. I'm going to get sentimental. This art is for Gifts Given, one of the promo cards which was sent out by Wizards on one of the Christmas seasons. He was not struck down by a smooth criminal. Do 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 do. Yes, so we're going to try and get another matchup for you. It's going to be a brilliant time. It's going to be a great time. And would you like to come in?
In just a second. We've got Logan Rifle versus, I think the other guy's name is Ian, but I don't remember.
Is it Ian Price?
I believe so.
Who's on what side and what are they playing?
We don't have sides yet. They're just moving over, but it's going to be Grixis Tez versus Miracles. And I'll get you your water.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Alright. If you beat Dylan too badly, he kicks you out. No, his store would be empty if that was the case. His store would be empty if that was the case. But thank you everybody for joining. Thanks for being with me here. I'm quite excited. I hope that you are enjoying your season. It's pretty exciting. Yo, Tommy, when does the album drop? Ah, do you mean the new album? Do you mean the new album? Yes, the new album will be dropping somewhat soon.
The new album?
Yes.
I'll sit in here for a little while.
Thank you very much. Thanks for joining.
Ian's going to be on the wall.
Ian's going to be on the wall.
Yes.
Is it Ian Price?
Yes.
And he's on Miracles.
Yes.
Congratulations on your loss, by the way. What game are they going to?
I don't know. I'll ask them when they get over there. They've got to move all their stuff.
That's correct, right?
That's how I would spell it.
Correct. Nice. And this is Grixis Tezzeret?
Yep.
Tezzerator?
Yeah.
Nice.
He's playing Duretti.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And how does he like that?
He just put it together today. So
Okay.
I'm not sure he knows how he likes it. Oh, I dig this snowing animation.
Did you have the notion that you'd lose to Iona?
No. I boarded out Murderous Cuts, which I still think is correct. I mean, he ripped the Iona off the top.
Yep. But let's go ahead and head on down to the field. I assume that they're ready to go. Let's do it. We'll see you there. Alright, so let's go ahead and reset those life totals. Logan taking game 1, and they are heading into game 2. Should probably update those images as well. Probably. That seems reasonable, right? Maybe.
What was that?
Nothing. Let's just go ahead and get a Sense's Dividing Top. And let's do Tezzeret. Because that card's pretty good.
Yeah, I dig it.
You thinking you're searching right through that luggage? Everybody, this is Chase. Chase is a delightful, he's actually another streamer. He's a local. He's, well, pseudo-local. You now live in California.
Ex-local we'll go with, yeah.
Yes, an ex-local. And, pretty awesome guy. If you haven't yet, check out his channel. He streams Legacy. It is twitch.tv/Stryfo. STRYFO.
Yes.
And it's a delight. And of course, I believe that TJ is going to keep harassing him to try and join him on his stream sometime.
I thought TJ was dead, so this is news to me, but, you know.
Just filling in for a bit. He's in the morgue currently, but I'm going to swing by there later, and I'm going to play a killer rock song, which is going to wake him up.
All right.
Yeah, I'll be bringing Sunshine, Jupiter McKenzie, and Venus Williams, and we're basically going to rock so hard that he transcends just slightly back in time to right before his tragic passing, and we're going to save him. It'll be a Christmas special. We're going to go home
pretty
with
skill, right, on my part. I just want to make sure that was right aware.
Everybody recognizes that you're great.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah. You died? Oh, no. Oh, no.
Bruno Mars.
What?
Is he part of your band, or did you guys have a falling out?
Bruno Mars and I had a falling out. He's a bit of a diva, and that just doesn't fly in our group.
Understandable.
The Grixis Tesserator deck list, please. Unfortunately, we don't have deck lists. However, what we'll try and do is have him play so long that we can just see the entirety of the deck.
I like that plan.
So an Ancient Tomb to kick things off. He has got 3 Moxes, and, well, he's got, I guess, 6 Moxes.
He's got
3 Opals, 3 Diamonds. We're going to pitch another Ancient Tomb. We've got, ooh, the Baleful Strix coming down. Nice.
blue-black, try to draw a card.
You need that OG top art? I unfortunately cannot give it to you. This is what I got. So we're going to draw a card. Ian is going to fetch. How do you feel about Miracles versus this deck? Break it down.
I think that it really depends on whether Logan can get a Chalice down before Ian gets a top. Right? Like, if he gets a Chalice down, it's going to be way harder for Ian to navigate through that. It also sort of depends on how fast Ian gets a Mentor online. Like
That's true. Ian is actually on the Joe Lissette version of the deck. Fun fact. I think he's on the Legendary. Or no,
I mean, I see a Mentor in his hand.
That's true. That would mean that he might be on a slightly different version. I think he may have changed his opinion then, because I think he was going to be on it. So I think he does have Vencers in the deck, though.
Yeah.
But the Red Elemental Blast, the Power Blast, I guess.
Yeah, those are really good here. A lot of Logan's Haymakers are blue.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if he's... I know the old builds play like a lot of Jaces and a lot of Tezzes. I'm not sure how many Durettis he's playing, but...
How do you feel about Duretti?
So I'm not even sure which Duretti it is that he's playing.
It's almost certainly the...
Because I think the old one might be better.
My guess is that it's the new red-black one.
That would be my guess, but I think I like the other one better.
This one puts in a 1/1 colorless construct creature token with Defender. It also lets you sacrifice an artifact to destroy an artifact or creature. And it allows you to choose target creature card in the graveyard or artifact, and you put in 3 tokens of it.
I think
none of those sound good.
No, I imagine that he's playing the other Duretti.
The Scrap Savant?
Yeah, because, I mean, it's like sort of a pseudo-loot, right? And then also a Goblin Welder, and then whenever one of your artifacts dies, you get to return it at the end. Like, that seems much better to me than... and it also goes up pretty fast.
Jund is very... I have no idea what she was trying to say there. Interesting. Nope, probably the new one. I don't know. Scrap Savant seems way better.
I agree. I think that's what he's playing, but I'm not sure. He's so here we see a
Toxic
Deluge for 3, which is cool. It got forced, but
that's silly because it still goes to 3 toughness, so it would die to the Toxic Deluge.
Yeah, so that's why he did it for 3, right? So that if he like brainstorms or something, he still kills the guy.
Right.
Yes. So as
all right, be proxy. I'll trust. They told me to bruv, so I gotta trust the bruv.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. So here, Ian has Counterbalance, which is good, but he doesn't really have. He doesn't have top. I can't see his hand. He's playing pretty close to the vest.
Ian?
Yeah. So maybe he's got a Brainstorm that could, be really, really broken. I was watching him play earlier, and he was making. He was forgetting that Mox Diamonds and Chrome Moxes are in fact spells that can be countered with Counterbalance. We'll see if he continues that trend.
Yeah. More Mox Diamonds coming down, pitching the Underground Sea. I mean, the Transmute seems kind of fun.
Yeah, Transmute's great. If he can resolve a Transmute here for...
And a Bridge.
Oh, Bridge is excellent. Okay. But, so I think... Oh,
And looks like Logan's going to die.
yeah, he was at low.
Yes,
So-
I did forget to update the life totals because I was too busy looking at Duretti's. That is something that happens. Tommy's a little bit new to this. Tommy's the worst.
Oh.
And when I say that, I mean Tommy's actually the best.
Oh.
Ever.
These are the same.
Oh, what? Kanye West owns the West, I own the galaxy. He is nothing. Can you see why we don't allow divas on our squad?
Yes, yes.
That kind of attitude just doesn't fly. This is why we don't allow Kanye. Because he's just worse than me.
Excellent.
So heading into the sideboard. All this talk about Duretti really makes you want Doritos. I don't really see the connection. I suppose they both are somewhat cheesy, if you happen to know Duretti is a fan of bad jokes.
Yeah, I think that's probably...
They're
that's
both a little
probably
bit
it, right?
extreme. They both like their extreme sports. I know that Duretti is actually in the X-Olympics because of his wheelchair.
Is Duretti sponsored by Mountain Dew?
No, because he can't actually get on the mountains.
Oh.
Because he's a goblin.
I see.
Yes, and, that doesn't make much sense, does it?
I heard Tommy Moonray say it, so...
He must have gotten stuck in a swamp, because he's now a red-black walker. So he's lost in a swamp currently. His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms Duretti. That's a misattribution of that quote. I'm not. That was said by Tommy. As a heads up. Oh man, artifacts on the sweater already.
I can't rap. Why are you looking at me?
I don't know. But on the surface, he looks calm and ready to throw bombs, but he keeps on forgetting. Nope.
What do you want from me?
You've got nothing. You've
I
got
have
nothing.
Alright, let's see Eternal One Chalice and then Scoop.
All right. Well, we'll have to add that to the new the Geek Fortress. You're obviously not going to be included in the Geek Fortress rap album.
Obviously not.
Hope he sighted into Helm. I also hope he sighted into Helm.
I don't know that I would side into Helm in this matchup. So, I hope for his sake he did.
Chase, be a team player.
Is that a Coleman?
These rhymes are making it harder and harder for you to sub. It's okay. If you're dancing too much, you can just sub later. So a Chalice coming down after the top, however. How does that change this up?
It's, you know...
I mean, it stops Brainstorm and
It
Ponder.
means that he can't flip the top, but there's almost no reason for him to flip the top in this matchup.
Sure, because he's not going to be countering a spell that costs 1.
Yeah.
I mean...
Logan is not only not playing those, but if he did, his own card would be countering.
Right, and
rather-
Terminus not particularly key in this matchup.
No. And, you know, most lists only play 1 entry, and if that gets cast, you probably don't need to cast the top again.
That... See... Ian gonna go ahead and put a little bit of a... trying to establish those boundaries. And a Ooh, actually, I like this Ratchet Bomb.
Bomb's cool. So the question is, do you
Do you just blind flip?
ticket? Well, you're always gonna blind flip. The question is, do you ticket to 2 or do you blow it at 1?
I think that I would probably take down the 1-drop, personally.
I think so too. I think top is a much more powerful card than.
Because I mean,
the counterbalance here.
Logan's converted minute, like 4 is not super common in the Miracles deck.
Yeah, he's got a
and
lot of weird.
3 and 4 are kind
costs,
of
yeah. So
the central area of this Tezzeret deck, and Ian's deck doesn't centralize on 3 and 4 very well. It kind of
So-
just jumps that.
Yeah. So here I really expect Logan to... He's got a Thirst in hand, and I expect him to end step crack his bomb, forcing a flip,
Sure.
and then he knows that his Thirst is going to be, he's not going to be able to use the top to counter the force, or the Thirst. Ooh. Mentor. Now he might be thinking, should I go up to 3?
I don't know. I might still take down the top. You've got Ensnaring Bridge in the deck.
Yeah. So it looks like he is planning on taking it pretty far up.
Maybe we are gonna go for it. I don't know. I like.
He's blowing it at 2,
Okay, so he's just prioritizing the counterbalance.
and that's fair.
I mean, in my mind, the justification is kind of at. Oh, actually, he's got an EE, so that might be the kind of the reason. If you take that one out, then you're able to drop it for 1 and blow it up in the same turn.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a red source right now, so
He doesn't need one. I think he's going to play it down for 1 and just blow the vial and then get an Ensnaring Bridge later, would be my assumption.
okay, yeah. So just deal with the top here.
Sure. And it allows you to sweep
okay,
out that
so-
entire tool.
Okay, so instead he's deciding to go for 0 just to protect from future mentor tokens.
But that just takes out his own chalice.
Yeah, I don't like this play.
Unless... I'm not thrilled with this. I think that if you were going to play it for 0, then I think I'd rather Thirst first. Which
Yeah.
doesn't seem like... I know it's an instant, but I think you go for the main phase Thirst to even see if, like... Because if you draw into the bridge, then I have no interest in putting the EE down for anything other than 1.
Yeah, so maybe what he was thinking is maybe he forgot that it's that you would be able to EE for 1, but you have to pay 2 mana to do it. So you can pay 2 of the same color or colorless.
But he's got the land in hand. He could have done that easily.
He could have done it, but maybe he forgot that this was an option.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Because you just pay X as 2, use the Darksteel Citadel, and basically make it to where blue is still the only color.
Yes.
That's included.
Or black.
Or I guess
whatever.
Sure. I mean, if you want to, it comes down to pedantics.
I'm all about that.
E for 0 kills monk tokens, sure, but I think that I'd rather take down the Divining Top and then just. I mean, this deck gets Ensnaring Bridge pretty decently well.
This could be like more of an emergency break move, I suppose.
Yeah, Logan loves Chalice. He is all about Chalice the Void.
Yeah, Logan's got some pretty cards for sure. Like the players that I play against out here that always surprise me with their pretty cards. Logan and Joe.
What about me?
I don't know. I haven't played against you in a very long time.
I have 4 in Black Border Bolts.
Okay.
I mean, that's about as deep as I go into that whole kind of thing.
Oh.
They were a gift, actually, from some of my co-hosts.
That's pretty cool. What language?
Uh,
A bunch of them?
German.
German.
Yeah, they're all Blitzkriegs. Or, they're all, I think they're Blitzschlags? I think they're Blitzkriegs. There's something. I'd have to look
Blitzkrieg
again.
is like Lightning War.
No, you're right. I think it is... Either way, doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's not incredibly important here.
No. Baleful Strix on the battlefield.
Baleful Strix is good at blocking Monastery Mentor.
I mean,
So I doubt he attacks with it.
it's not great at blocking monk tokens, however. And
No, it is not.
the Jace is going to be a problem.
Yes.
Logan has a really hard time applying pressure. Renegade Coaster, thank you so much. I appreciate it. 500 cheers for us, for you, for me, Tommy Moonray, for Geek Fortress, for the players, for the viewers. Everybody gets cheers. That's 500 cheers to go around. Everybody feel cheery.
I didn't hear like 500 cheers. I heard maybe like 5.
They were in my heart, Chase. You want to hear? Listen to my heart when it's calling for you. Listen to my heart. There's nothing else you can do.
That's pretty loud.
I don't know
if you
where you're
guys,
going.
I don't know if the mic is picking this up. His heart is pretty loud.
And I don't know why. But you gotta listen to my heart before you tell me goodbye. So... Bomb. Oh man, and of course, if you are gonna use bits, you can put in hashtag charity, and that does actually put some of that. Basically, Twitch's anytime that people use hashtag charity, it actually puts some of that into the Doctors Without Borders.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that.
Yep. Any cheers for the next 5 days? I think. Hold on, I think
Oh,
it
and it
says
says how much there's
5 days.
raised.
Yes. So if you just put hashtag charity anytime that you use cheers, part of that goes towards, or I don't think it's part of that. I think it's in addition to whatever you give to us. Twitch puts some of it towards Doctors Without Borders.
That's cool.
That's really cool.
So I think K Markey may have just asked the most important question of the night. How does Tommy Moonray not have his own Twitter?
The internet reception is awful in space.
Okay.
Yep. Sorry about that, Pextile. I just got it for you. Yep. But the internet reception is awful in space. But TJ actually has a space phone, and so he'll just give me a call anytime that. Basically, if you want to talk to Tommy, you just send a tweet to @RedBaronMTG. That's TJ's, and he'll forward it to me.
Once you bring him back to life, of course.
You would try to ask to fiber optics. I mean, fiber optics are great and all, but I don't really want an extension cord from Earth as I travel around the galaxy. Doesn't make much sense. It's
True.
Yep. There's for knowledge in response to this?
In response to the counterbalance. I like
Sure.
this. It's good.
Sure. I don't think that there's a whole lot that you're looking for. You're unlikely to get like a force. I guess you could get the force.
I mean, he just wants it to resolve, right? He's hoping that he can resolve
a bridge
something.
would be really big.
There's another chalice, which I actually... Oh, well, he doesn't care about it, but I like the chalice a lot.
Well, he actually has yet another chalice in hand.
Oh, okay,
So-
perfect. So he can pop this. He can clear all these silly Mentor tokens away, and then replay his chalice, if that's what he wants to do. If this is just an attack for 2, as he seemed to indicate with his fingers, then
Well, the counterbalance would increase it.
yeah, maybe he forgot his prowess trigger.
You can't. Well, I guess
You can.
I guess you can. You just don't have to announce it. But if you are announcing it for just 2, then I guess it
Right,
doesn't
so
matter.
so if you say attack for 2,
yeah,
right?
then you are forgetting it.
Yeah.
You're audibly recognizing that you did not have one. I guess. Or lacking of recognition.
Yes.
So, Baleful Strix, we do
Oh
have a
my
Mox
gosh,
Opal
he's
Jewel.
got 0, 1, and 2 on top.
That's pretty good.
That's gross.
I mean, and unfortunately, Logan not fully aware of how to play around that, because he could have actually tapped all 5 to go for it.
Oh, this is...
Or, because he's got the Urborg, so he can actually pay all 5.
on a chalice?
I mean, if he really wanted it to. He can make Chalice X5.
X4? You can't spend a half on a chalice.
Oh, you're right. You can make it 4, though. My
So
apologies.
is he... Oh, interesting that the bridge resolved. Ian could have just countered that by flipping the top. There's no longer anything of importance.
By flipping the top?
Yeah, there's no longer a... So he's got a counterspell on top.
Ah,
Ian is turn 0.
perfect. All right, so
we
we
are at time.
All right, if it's X is 2, then it's Chalice for 2. What?
If it's X...
If X is
2...
Then,
Oh, I see what he's saying. Yeah. So if X is 2, right, then you've got Chalice 2. You've paid 4 mana. X is 2.
right. Okay, I see what you're saying. But you can make the converted mana cost 4
Yes.
on the stack. So, we're now in turn 0 from Ian's side of the battlefield. Miracles go... So, Ian's a little bit new to the Miracles deck, so that's also something that we're seeing that's relevant here.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like Logan's probably going to draw this.
It's almost certain. With an Ensnaring Bridge on the battlefield and only 3 turns from both players, it would require either Ian digging into
Ian
a
has to
wear and
find an
tear.
answer. He's got to aggressively fetch Brainstorm, which he is actively not doing.
Sure.
It looks like he's still playing to win a much longer game, which he just doesn't have the option to do.
Yeah, the problem is that you can try and assemble this Monastery Mentor, but it doesn't actually do anything. I guess technically you can swing. You can make a ton of them and then hope that Logan can't empty his hand next turn and swing for all of them for one.
Doesn't Logan only have one card already? I can't really tell.
Right. So if he were to draw one and be unable to cast both of them, which is unlikely, sure.
Yeah.
But,
I suppose here he could just make a large army of tokens, like you were saying, attack, and then try to like brainstorm, counterspell a bunch of prowess triggers onto the stack. Like
that's another reasonable option. Sure.
One route.
Yep. Uh-huh.
It looks like that's what he's doing. So if Logan can't empty his hand, which I don't imagine is going to be a problem, unless his hand is like exactly counterspells, like Force of Will right now would be a card he doesn't want in his hand.
Pextile, be sure to join us on Wednesdays and Saturdays. We actually have Modern streams twice a week, though not tomorrow. It's Christmas Eve, so I'll be taking the night off. And by I'm taking night off, I mean the whole store will be taking a night off. Otherwise, I'd be healer.
Respectable.
Sometimes you forget that Dylan doesn't. You assumed Ian isn't playing Venser. I think that's a reasonable assumption. He was before, but he may have switched to a little bit more of a conventional version of the deck.
I think now, so his possible outs are Wear Tear, which
Sure.
I imagine he's playing, Council's Judgment,
Sure.
Engineered Explosives, Disenchant. These are like commonly played. Did I say Wear Tear? I'm pretty sure I did.
Yes, you did.
These are the commonly played answers that
Yeah.
you might have access to.
And a Thopter Foundry coming down. Your work Wednesdays and Saturdays. Luckily, we archive ours. We don't use any copyrighted material in our streams, so you can always go back and check the VODs if you have the inclination to do so.
I like that. I do go back and watch some of these streams.
Do you?
Yes.
Interesting.
I need something to watch after I've done tons and tons and tons of reading about.
Hopefully it's entertaining.
Oh, I'm always entertained.
It's really encouraging to hear that, because anytime that I go back and watch TJ streaming, or at least I know that whenever TJ goes back and watches his own like VODs, he gets really hypercritical of himself, and so he just doesn't do it.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Like it's bad, and so just to keep his own like optimism about it, he has a hard time going back and watching himself. I of course watch all of them. I download them onto my MP6 player, which is what they had in space.
Oh, okay.
and I just watch them around the galaxy. They inspire actually. It once inspired an entire album.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was the name of the album?
The name of the album?
Yes.
The name of the album was "Getting Down When You're Up in the Sky."
That sounds very Tommy Moonray.
You prefer to watch live? I totally understand. I completely understand.
I mean, yeah, I absolutely prefer to watch live, but it's not always an option.
Yep.
So.
And I do love interacting with all of you. It's actually one of my it is my favorite thing about this stream is interacting with all of you.
Absolutely. As a fellow streamer, that's definitely the best part.
Mm-hmm. Which, if you haven't yet, hold on. There's a command for this. Be sure to follow him. I can do this. I don't have Doro here, which makes it difficult. Does that work? Let's see here.
I mean, I'm not in the chat, so it's
I know. Hold on. Does that work?
a valiant effort.
Nailed it. Everybody, go
Nice.
there, hit that follow button. I highly recommend it. He's pretty great. So, we're in turn 2 on the
said it,
inside of the
not me.
battlefield. That's fair. That's fair. They don't have to take your word for it. They only have to take mine, Tommy Moonrays. Seal of approval. He is known throughout the galaxy. I bet you didn't know that. I was talking to some people on a moon on Jupiter, and I said, "Yeah, I'm friends with Chase Hansen." They said, "Is that Chase in your face Hansen? Strifo on Twitch? I heard he top 4 to GP."
The first time Trent said "Chase in your face, Hanson," I about died. He like thinks I'm a pro wrestler or something. I don't know.
You're not?
Not professionally.
Then how do you have that nickname? Not professional. I'm an amateur wrestler. Oh, so the ensnaring bridge out. There is the Thopter Foundry, which is doing a large amount of nothing at the moment. I guess you can make a couple of blockers with the artifact lands that you have.
Look at all of these monk tokens.
These monk tokens are looking spicy. Logan's got an empty hand. You've got a Jace, which
So
remains on 3.
Ian has 1 turn left to find the
To get under a bridge.
yeah.
And
So he needs to draw that fetch. He needs to aggressively fetch here.
yeah, I think you're absolutely correct.
He may disagree with me based on
It appears that he
his
does.
draw.
It appears that he does disagree with you. Oh, is that the wear and tear in hand? No.
I think it's a plow,
Yeah, I think you're right.
which is kind of a weird card to leave in, but I guess it's good against Tez minus. Maybe that might be how he lost game 1.
Possibly.
If he's
But even still, like you're treating the symptom in that case, you know.
yeah, I agree. This is like trying to plow Grizzlebrand. Doesn't work.
Okay, I guess I'll just draw 14 and gain 7. Gosh, what a gift! Thank you. And Exhume, Grizzlebrand. Gotcha.
That was fun.
All right.
I only drew 2 Force of Wills. Can you beat that? Like, there are a lot of times when I'm playing Reanimator where I like draw 14 when they're plowing me, and I'm like, I don't even need to force this. Sure.
Why
Get out
not?
of here. I'll just put another one in play.
Yeah. So, that graveyard has got a lot going on for it, but unfortunately none of those things are on the battlefield. And that is going to make winning pretty difficult for Logan.
Yes.
He could technically tap out and make an army of Thopters,
And still not win, but
but deal more damage.
that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Damage.
I believe that's... I think that I was listening to a song the other day, and it went, when you're in this game, the answer is plain. All you gotta do is go face. Because when the game's almost done, and you're having some fun, remember that you gotta win the race.
Ah.
Yeah, I think it was by the Wu-Tang Clan.
I believe it.
Either that or Mr. Rogers. I can't remember. It was one of the two. So, we're going to go into turn 5 pretty shortly. I don't think that Ian's got a
looks
whole
like
lot to go.
This looks like
on
a
here.
draw.
I guess... Yeah, I mean, you can technically, I guess... I don't know. I don't see a whole lot going on here. Yeah. But that's sometimes the way that... Ugh. Sounds like Wu-Tang. Yeah, it was probably Wu-Tang. Thanks. It's good to see you, Night Jay. Alright, so is there any way that Logan can win?
No.
Alright.
There's not. He has 1 turn. He has no cards in hand. Logan can't win from here. He can just not lose.
What if... Okay, get this.
Oh, that was a strong play. Flip over the top card.
Cast
I like
it.
And there's the handshake. It is a draw.
Derek Gamble, it does say that you're subscribed from my end. So, I don't know. But hey, AJ, it's good to see you. Looks like that's going to be the end of that one. We're going to head back up to
So
the
it looks
booth
like
and get ready for round 2.
that means I have to go play Magic.
That means
But
we've got 4 rounds tonight, right?
I believe so. There are a lot of players.
Ooh, I like having lots of players.
I hope I don't have to play against too much more combo. Not that I think it's bad. I just want to be playing my Punishing Fires tonight because that's the point.
Yeah, I gotcha. Alright. Let's see here.
Dylan was kind enough to concede the match so that he can do store owner things and not feel bad.
Yeah, I think that that's probably the way that it goes. So there is a bye, and it might be you.
Oh, there is a bye?
No, there might not be.
I don't think there's a bye.
I hope that
he's
it's
still
you.
playing. It's just like,
Well, if there is a bye, I hope it's you.
okay,
You're welcome.
thank you. Is that so that I can come in here and talk with you more?
Oh, I guess, yeah, sure, why not?
I hope you don't get to play Magic, sir.
Exactly. Alright, let's head on up to the booth and get ready for the next round. Good luck, Chase.
Thanks.
Hello and thank you for joining. My name is Tommy Moonray. The snow is falling, but you know what? This stream isn't, because we're going to have a good time here. We're going to enjoy the holidays. We're going to get ready and have ourselves a brilliant time moving forward into the further 3 rounds of this Legacy Showdown that we've got for you here tonight. I'm filling in for TJ, of course. You hate getting the bye, of course. But of course, it is a free win, even if it means that you don't get to play. There's upsides, there's downsides, and of course, there's a little bit of everything to be had. Hello, Ryan. It's good to see you. Thank you so much for joining. My name is Tommy, however, but I do appreciate you coming by. But of course, my name's Tommy Moonray. We're having ourselves a great time. 4 rounds of Legacy here tonight, and if you are in the sub club, let's go ahead and spam. This is a chip clip. This is a chip clip. Yes, it is. But of course, we're going to get ready for this round 2. Should be fun. They're going to let me know what we've got. And we're going to have some fun. AJ, it's going well. Thank you so much for joining. I hope that you are enjoying your holiday season. I hope that your holidays are brilliant. I hope that everyone is having a Merry Christmas, or whichever holiday that they choose to celebrate. Or choose not to, I suppose. But I hope that whatever it is, you're having a brilliant evening, morning, night, day, whichever it is. This is a time of the season to just feel good, and be amazing. And I hope that you are participating in it to the best of your abilities. So thank you everybody for joining. It's incredible having you here. Just type lowercase fort, uppercase Rockstar. Just the R needs to be uppercase. But just type Fort Rockstar with the only uppercase letter being the R in Rockstar. But yes, it's incredible having you all here. If you haven't yet, be sure to hit that follow button and join us more in the future. We do this stream 4 times a week. We will not have a stream tomorrow because it is Christmas Eve. So I'll be taking the night off. I guess it is hating. What decks do we have in the room? There is all kinds of stuff. I couldn't tell you. I know that we've got Miracles. I know that we've got Tezzerator. I know that we've got Reanimator and Grixis Thieves. Those are the ones that I'm aware of. Gibasam, hello. It's good to see ya. AJ, you gotta be subbed to use it, unfortunately. Same with Pextile. Yep. Thank you, Stadatnu. I do appreciate it. Derek Gamble, I don't know what to tell you. You might have to just have to exit out of it and refresh it. But of course, any of those follows mean the world to me and to TJ, and of course, any of those subscriptions also mean the world to us. Hi, Coleman.
Hi.
What have you got for me, Tommy Moonray?
Well, for someone back here, Logan's still going to be on the wall. Okay?
Wait. Logan wasn't on the wall before.
Oh, well, now he is.
Okay. Apparently we felt the need to move.
Yeah,
And what have we got for an opponent for him?
We've got Larry on the other side.
Interesting, interesting. And tell me a little bit more about this, Olsen.
Yep, that's the one. He's on Red, White, and Nahiri.
Is he?
Mm-hmm.
This sounds exciting. This sounds very exciting.
Keep spamming that right there. Hold on.
The Coal Maniac?
That one right there we go. Hold on. It moved.
The Coal Maniac.
Yep.
Coal Maniac, yeah. Absolutely. It's a staple. So let's go ahead and get both of these Planeswalkers onto their images, because, you know what, it's an Nahiri Tezzeret. Though, honestly, I see a world in which they end up being allied in the future.
I don't think they're ever going to be in the same color, so they can't be allied.
Well, fair enough. Fair enough. How do you subscribe? It's up at the top, up there, near the follow button, I believe. But that is, I believe, how you do that. Alright. Sounds like you throw out Blood Moon as fast. I don't know. But thank you, everybody, for joining. It is incredible having you. You are all rock stars and amazing people, and just overall pretty incredible. I look forward to interacting with you more in the future anytime that I can come in the booth. And I know I can speak after speaking to him. TJ genuinely does appreciate what all of you enable him to do. He loves doing this. He has certainly taken a lot of steps to keep doing this, and I don't think he has any intention of stopping. And and I know that he is looking forward to what we can do in the year 2017. So thanks for being a part of this with him. He isn't here to speak for it, and I know that he gets sappy, but it's a big deal for him that you all join us here. So thanks. Let's head on down for round 2. Let's have some fun and let's do some cool stuff. We'll see you there. And it looks like they already decided that they, Moonray. 24-hour stream for New Year's Eve? Unlikely. I might actually be going to Resolution, which is a show in Seattle. Alright. Alright, and there is a small chance that a friend of mine might make a momentary visit. Might take about 30 seconds out of the stream, I apologize. But that is how it happens sometimes. So, we'll still leave it on that. Alright. Let's see here. Alright. There we go. So, we've got a Thalia in the battlefield. This is a red-white Nahiri deck. It seems to be operating on this almost like rampant Nahiri eventually go for an Emrakul thing at the moment. How do you sub? Subscribing requires monetary investment, so you would need a credit card for it. AJ, I believe that you don't have one, so that would be difficult to do. Need to investigate the subscription issue? I agree. So, the Thalia is out. Logan on the other side. Both of these decks seem to be playing with Ancient Tomb. Larry's got the originals. Logan is repping the shiny ones. Looks like a Stompy deck. It's got a lot going on. It's got this nice, it's got some ramp elements. It's got some, it's got all kinds of sweet things going on for it. It's got everything that you could ever want. This Thalia is going to do a nice job, because Logan is running almost entirely non-basics. Whoa! And a Grand Abolisher, too? This deck was built to hate. My goodness. What do you even do? During your turn, your opponents can't cast spells or activate abilities of artifacts or enchantments or... Man! That includes mana abilities. Logan can't tap lands on Larry's turn. I think he needs to force this. That is brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. So Logan's going to go down to 16 to force a will that one. Keep that one from hitting the battlefield. What a nice choice. A swing for 3 is going to knock him down to 13. Next he's going to drop a Saba's Web. Hey, you never know. You just never know. Okay. What format is this? This is Legacy tonight. Oh, okay. Never mind. You put a Kappa there. My bad. My bad. You can still activate Care Keep and make a Kobold to chump with. I suppose that is a fun fact. We're going to go down to 11 to produce, and then we are going to cast in this Ensnaring Bridge. We're also going to have this land enter tapped. Man, that Thalia is really annihilating what Logan is trying to do. That Heretic Cathar is making an impact on this game. It is quite known at the moment. Alright. Let's see. Walk straight back. Back door on the left. Sorry. Might have a friend make a quick visit. There's a small chance that I'll step out for about 30 seconds and then I'll jump back in. If so, I'll leave the game up for you. I do genuinely apologize for that, everybody. That's my bad. And it's still a maybe. So we'll see. So we will see. Alright. Man, this Ancient Tomb is actually just kind of losing. And a Sword of the Meek. Sword of the Meek is sweet. The Nahiri's out. It can actually answer this Baleful Strix if needed, and then get an attack back in. So it could just take down the Baleful Strix at the moment. It's certainly an option that you currently have available to you. Otherwise, you could just swing in for the Thalia, put him down to 3, and really kind of restrict the use of this Ancient Tomb for the rest of this. And it does mean that even if Logan gets into the Thopter Foundry, it'll be a somewhat restrictive tool that he has access to. Though, I guess the Thopter Foundry itself does gain some of that life. It just means that the Ancient Tomb would only deal 1 damage for it. Nuclear Warrior, I'm not sure what you're talking about, but my name's Tommy Moonray. Thanks for joining. Derek Gamble with the resub! Maybe it was just that you need the resub. Thank you so much for the support. That is wonderful and amazing, and I do genuinely appreciate it. That is so cool. Thank you. Let me know what your favorite holiday is. Let me know what your favorite holiday is, and thanks for the continued support. That is so wonderful. And look at that, Tommy Moonray showing up in the chat. Tommy Moonray showing up for you here. You are a rock star, just like Tommy Moonray. This Nahiri is ticking up. We do have some access to some pretty good ults. I think Emrakul, at least I assume that Emrakul is in this deck. Ooh, Stoneforge Mystic. Maybe going for... The Batterskull looks significantly worse than Ensnaring Bridge out. I think I kind of like the Jite, but even that doesn't look extremely great. So Logan's doing a great job of restricting this one right now. Stoneblade Prison deck? Hey, that's always good. That is always good. Halloween? Nice. I like that, Derek Gamble. In fact, that's actually, you may remember that the first time that I ever came in and filled in for TJ was on a Halloween. Fun fact. So, we're down to 5 on Logan's side of the battlefield, and let's see what we can do. If you can get counters, you can minus your creature to get under the bridge and attack. You can. That's pretty sweet because it's a 1/2. So you could put a you could -1 -1 the Stoneforge to turn it into a 0/1, and then attack, and then use the pump ability. That is pretty fantastic. I love that Stackzilla. That's brilliant. This is round 2, Gibasem. This is round 2. Is Nahiri a thing in Legacy? Apparently, but not conventionally, so it's not super common. But that is a really nice line, Stackzilla. Why does he not slam the Jite in? I suppose you could, but might just be looking... I don't know. It's possible that Larry has got another tool in hand currently. Miller Light, thank you so much for the support by cheer. Thank you, thank you. And of course, just a quick reminder, Merry Christmas to you as well. I do genuinely appreciate that. And of course, all cheers, I do recommend that people put #charity in their message along with it, because then Twitch adds in a little bit of a donation to Doctors Without Borders. But thank you so much, Miller Light. I genuinely do appreciate that. That's really cool, really amazing. And thank you for the support. That's so generous. Playing around Forcible? That does seem like a reasonable option. And it looks like we're just going to keep plussing the Nahiri for the card advantage. Alright. I dig it. Except we haven't discarded anything. So this Nahiri is just taking up forever. We're going to swing in under the bridge. We're going to block with the Baleful Strix. We've got a Tezzeret at 4. We've got a Squadron Hawk coming in. Are we going to search up a pile of Squadron Hawks? That is beautiful. Absolutely. Miller Light, thank you so much for the... You didn't have to do that, but thank you so much for doing it. I really appreciate that. That is incredibly kind of you. And thank you for supporting Doctors Without Borders by doing that #charity. That is incredible. What round? We're in round 2, Gibasem. Thank you so much for joining. It's time to see some good old-fashioned Cobblade going off, except for the fact that Logan had enough artifacts to just go for the full drain using that minus ability on the Tezzeret. And it's going to be a pretty full drain. Then that Baleful Strix, I mean, basically, the opponent loses life equal to twice the number of artifacts that you control, and you gain life for each artifact that you 2 life for each artifact that you control. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Logan takes down that game 1 in a pretty resounding fashion. Tezzeret is bonkers. That's the lesson that we're learning today. And if you didn't think that Tezzeret was bonkers, let me go ahead and tell you something. Tezzeret is biggity bonkers. What do people think of Sunlance in Modern? I think that if you're running Sunlance, you should be running Dismember, unless you really, really, really need to preserve your life total. Okay. Also, MTG Bot got an update in the past hour or so, because this changed. Does not appear to. They might just be... Renegade Coaster, it's possible that whatever stream that you were on had Nightbot going. Romario Vidal, thank you so much for joining. Anybody who hasn't yet, be sure to follow Romario Vidal. They're a streamer. They do legacy content, and if you are watching this, I have to assume that you enjoy legacy content. I highly do recommend it. It's in there right now. I put a link in there. They're great. They're awesome, and be sure to join them in the future. But thanks for joining, and thank you everybody for being out there in the world. Is snow sticking in Snohomish? Yes, it is. Though, you should ask me, Tommy Moonray. My name's Tommy Moonray. TJ's out today. But I'm filling in. He lost his voice last Wednesday, so to help supplement it, I'm actually doing my best impression of his voice, because he lost his on Wednesday, and that's why I have his voice today. Thanks for that quote. Thanks for that quote. Ah, man. We have said some weird stuff here. We have said some weird stuff here. That is just the world that we're in. We are the second number 2 stream at the moment. Classic line by TJ. So, we're getting ready for Game 2. Logan taking that Game 1 pretty nicely, so well done there. And let's see what else that we've got. Ooh! Hey, we're not doing too bad. Thank you. Looks like we've crossed the threshold of 100 people viewing. Thank you to all of you. I'm sorry that I'm normally a lot more hyped with my voice, and I do apologize that it's not. I'm trying to act in solidarity with TJ, who's not here. He did lose his voice, trying to keep his voice in preservation. I am trying to mimic his voice, which means that I'm trying to keep my voice in preservation. But I'm Tommy Moonray, doing my best to fill in for the position for the night. And I do apologize. He's been resting his voice, and I, of course, have to act in solidarity with him. But I do genuinely appreciate it when you come in and you join and you watch this Legacy stream. If you haven't yet, be sure to hit that follow button, and be sure to, if you have the means and the inclination and the ability and the motivation and all that stuff, if you do want to hit that sub button, it does mean the world to us here at Geek Fortress. We've been doing this stream for getting just over 14 months. TJ and Tommy Moonray are close friends. They're close friends. Yeah. They're close friends to be certain. You can follow TJ at Red Baron MTG, and he'll get messages to me, Tommy Moonray, if you need to. But yeah, it's a pleasure doing this. It's a really incredible experience doing this, and those subs really enable us to further our quality of content in the future. We've got a lot of ideas to improve as we head into 2017. We've got a lot of ideas down the line, and our hope is to really excel at what we're trying to do. And we're going to keep improving over time. It'll be a lot of fun. It'll be a lot of fun. It'll be a lot of cool things in the future. And we operated on a budget of nothing for the last 14 months. So I'm really excited about the future where we start actually taking in some of that monetary value and turning it... I can't wait to see what we can do once we have that funding. So Tommy, what's your favorite modern deck in the current Grand Prix meta? If Tommy Moonray were to take a deck out right now, let me tell you what Tommy Moonray would take. Tommy Moonray would take 5 Color Mill. and then he would sideboard. Nah, he'd take 5. Actually, he wouldn't take 5 color mail. Tommy Moonray's a scape shift player. He likes to be explosive. He likes seeing the various lands across the world, but he's a 5 color scape shift player. It's a rough one. Basically, it's a prismatic omen one. Oh yeah, Rap Game Audio. The legend has returned. Me, Tommy Moonray. But yeah, Tommy Moonray plays 2 decks. 5 color scape shift or storm. That's what he does. Don't you worry, Tommy Moonray isn't too often. Normally it's TJ here. Normally. He's not a Sun and Moon player. Tommy hasn't been able to pick up that deck lately. He's been on a tour. He likes it though. Plus he likes that Tom Stevens guy. Seems like a nice enough guy. So, we've got a Flooded Strand coming down for Larry. We're going to go down to 19. We're going to fetch up. Probably going for one of these dual lands. You really, there's a decent chance of Wasteland for Logan. So maybe you go for one of the basics and then you decide to, yeah, goes for those ones. Nope, nope. The Storm isn't 5 color. The Storm isn't 5 color. The Storm is 2 color. Or is it? Ha ha ha! Ha ha ha! Yes. Ooh, look at that. Haven't worn my hair like this for some bit. And I'll never do it again. Alright. Yep. Yep. There we go. Let's fluff it up a little bit. There we go. So we do have the Thopter Foundry in Logan's hand. That's going to be a nice tool. The Nahiri deck, able to stop a decent amount of it. But, Dutch, that is because TJ and I mostly talk on Space Phone, and he calls me in whenever he is, he lost his voice, so he's feeling a little bit under the weather. He decided to call me in instead. We're going to pitch a Darksteel Citadel for this Mox Diamond, enabling 2 mana, going for the Thopter Foundry turn 1. If we have the Sword of the Meek, this is going to get out of hand pretty fast. Doesn't look like we do, though it looks like we have a Toxic Deluge in hand, as well as a Tezzeret. Is that... oh no, that's a Jace. That's not a Tezzeret. So maybe we just go Toxic Deluge if Larry tries to establish anything that's imposing, like a Thalia here. Or a Stoneforge Mystic. You could just Toxic Deluge for 2, untap, go for the Jace, and that starts looking pretty good. That starts looking pretty good. Renegade Coaster, I know, we do look similar. Certainly. By ET&T, actually that is correct. That is correct. Their coverage is pretty excellent. Their roaming plan is... Bubba Bowler, thank you so much for hitting that follow button. It's great having you. Let me know where you're watching from. My name's Tommy Moonray. I'm filling in for TJ, who is normally here. And welcome to the Geek Fortress stream. It's an absolute pleasure having you. Yeah, ET&T has got great coverage when you need to phone home. Another Mox Diamond in hand. I suppose you could go for the Jace this turn, actually. Huh. You could fire off the Jace, I believe. You go for that one. I don't think that you go for the Unsummon. You might just fire off, but it looks like we're actually just going to pass the turn back. Not too worried about what Larry's putting together at the moment. Trying to be a little bit patient with this. Not entirely certain what we've got here. Give us them. Going for some of those cat facts. Always exciting. Ugh. It would be a shame if TJ lost his voice again. And it looks like a Mox Diamond coming down for Larry, pitching a Wasteland right now. So that Wasteland becoming a Mox Diamond, able to tap for multiple colors. This is giving Larry access to that red mana that he needs. Something like a Nahiri would be okay, able to plus up pretty high. Looks like we're going to go down to 15 for this one. Possibly a Thalia coming in? Possibly. Janalis, are you just going to do this for every Planeswalker that hits the battlefield? Love it. Apparently clips are becoming a popular tool. And it's time to Squadron Hawk. Because why not? Because why not? That was a great stream. I had a lot of fun with that one. So, we're going to fill our hand with some of these delightful Squadron Hawks. We're going to put down an Umezawa's Jite, and we're going to just try and get in with that. Logan is going to need to come up with some sort of answer relatively soon. He does have a Force of Will. Not been able to utilize this yet. We're kicking it back because we still have no way to actually produce the extra mana. Maybe if we wait for Larry to dive into a little bit over-investing, and then we fire off a Toxic Deluge, but then you have to watch out because actually this Jite will be able to plus up one of these creatures possibly behind it. Yes, I was actually watching it. I went back and watched the VOD. Can you believe people don't know what Squadron Hawks are? I can believe it. I can believe it a lot. Yeah, this is like a Nahiri Cobblade. You gotta feed the birds. Tuppence, tuppence. Tuppence, tuppence. You gotta feed the birds. I don't believe he runs any OG Nahiri. No, no. But a Grand Abolisher coming down. This means that Logan is actually losing a huge amount of access to the removal. Hey, Doro, thank you so much for joining. But now that this Grand Abolisher, this actually stops during Larry's turn. Logan cannot activate abilities or cast creatures or artifacts. And that means that Logan actually doesn't get to tap this this land. That is an artifact land. He doesn't get to use this Mox Diamond. Logan is now going to be a sorcery speed only deck. And looks like we're going to fire off this Toxic Deluge before things get too out of hand. Huh. Looks like we're willing to pay a lot of life for that one. Going down to 13. Yep. Yep. Going down to 13 for it. Grand Abolisher is unidirectional. Let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at it. Grand Abolisher. During your turn, your opponents can't cast spells or activate abilities of artifacts, creatures, or enchantments. Larry is at 13. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Okay. So, I could not tell you, Benjamin. If I missed it and they missed it, then we might be too far gone to go for it. Luckily, our legacy events do allow proxies. They're unsanctioned, and sometimes things happen. So, we are going to swing in. We're going to get 2 of those counters on it. It does put us into a nice position. Only 1 damage being dealt with this Jite, but it is going to become a nice tool. Knocking Logan down to 12 means that we're technically winning there. Though, we use the Ancient Grudge there. Looks like we're actually going to go down to 11 here. We're going to be down to 11 from Larry's side of the battlefield. Had to pay to beat Jite pumps? Yep. Yep. Okay. You can call them whatever you want. They came out and they didn't. Wizards ended up basically retroactively going back on the one statement that was said by an employee who was not the end-all be-all authority on it. So we do have, looks like a Larry's got to go for it. Larry has got to go for it. And honestly, probably can. So if you look at the Umezawa's Jite, you're going to end up losing it, sure. But this plus ability is +2/+2. You just attack in. You go for the plus to hit for 9. You knock Logan down to 2. I think you can go for that at least, because you're going to be losing these creatures anyway. You've got another, and you've got more of these Squadron Hawks in hand. So maybe you just knock Logan down to 2. And then next turn you cast out 2 of these Squadron Hawks and go for it. What's the policy on how to make your standard proxy? They need to look good enough to be on screen. They have to look good enough to be on the stream and be legible by myself and the viewers. So if they look like the card that they're proxying, that's good enough for us. But they generally in color, generally with actual card art. They can't be Sharpied on. They can't be, like a personal, like, hand-drawn one. They got to look good. Yeah. Some people just card it out, not on cardstock. They'll just print it out on, like, printer paper in color. They'll cut it out and then put it into the sleeves. Yeah, as long as it looks good enough. Genius, it's good to see you. Thank you so much for joining. Yeah, so if Logan taps out to go for this, we are going to produce one. So Logan ends up firing off one of these Thopters, getting rid of the Thopter Foundry itself to produce a Thopter. And he is going to use one of these counters, I believe, to put a -1/-1 counter on it. Gain 2 more. Oh, it's always a pleasure to see you as well, but I'm Tommy. I'm glad that you consider us friends, however. So we're going to put out a Squadron Hawk. That's an Armageddon. We just got Armageddoned. We just got Armageddoned here. And Logan cannot activate this unless we get enough. We can pop this and then try and win with this Thopter. I think that's what we do. This is brilliant. This is brilliant. Kills the Thopter. Now it is 2 Mox Diamonds to 1 Mox Diamond, and it's time to go. I look different somehow. Did I always have a mustache? Yes. Tommy Moonray has always had a mustache. It's also good to see you, Cron TV. I feel like it's been a while. Yes. Tommy Moonray. Well, it's not that Tommy has access to TJ's Twitter. It's that Tommy's Moonray's... well, my internet reception is awful when I'm traveling space as a part of my band, Galactic Mystery, as we go on to these interstellar tours. So, I believe he did give up on 2-life gain. But, I think that... And look at that, we've got some lands coming down, and we're looking pretty good. And then Snaring Bridge comes down, but we've got 3 cards in hand. I think Logan just lost. And we're going into Game 3. Armageddon. Armageddon out of here. Did you already die?
Mason burned me out so bad. Price for 10, price for 8K.
Would you like to join me? Cool.
For a little longer. I see some sweet decks on camera.
Red, White, Nahiri versus Grixis Tezzeret.
I love it.
Yep.
I saw some Squadron Hawks in play.
There were some Squadron Hawks in play. We also saw an Armageddon go off.
Oh, well, I imagine that's what happened because I saw no lands in play.
Yeah, it went pretty well if you were Larry.
Oh, what about if you were Logan?
For Logan, it went decently, but then it went poorly. Because Larry had more lands after the Armageddon.
I see.
Logan had 2 Mox Diamonds, and that was kind of cool. He got to pop his EE and take down the GT, so that was kind of cool. But overall, I would say that if Logan were to reflect, he would say that it went poorly. Now, if I were to reflect as Larry, I would think to myself, yes, I won that game. And that's always a good feeling.
Respectable.
Yeah. But this is Chase, everybody. He's back in the booth because he already got lost really, really fast to Mason, who was on burn.
Oh, yeah. I managed to take a game by stealing his Curse Scroll with Dak Phaeton, and that was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And then Price of Progress caught up to me.
You have thrice Sharpie proxied without looking at the random common you grabbed, only to find out that you were writing the proxy name onto the actual copy of the card. For instance, Brainstorm Dark Ritual or Island.
Nice.
That is shameful.
That is absurdly unlucky.
Yeah. Carrot Jaw, thank you so much. But yes, follow Chase. That is Stryfo. He's awesome. This is Chase.
Yeah, I'm pretty awesome.
He's pretty great. Chase, in your face, Hanson. It's Owen, right? Ian? Ian.
Ian, yeah.
Ian. It is Ian. Alright, so heading into game 3, who's going to take your edge?
Oh, I have no idea.
I'm going to give this one to Tezzerator, only because I like Tezzeret more than I like Nahiri. Now, this is difficult for me to say because I like red more than I like... Well, I guess they both have red. So,
Nahiri is more red than Tezzeret, though, so...
I know, but I really like Tezzeret.
I like Tezzeret, too.
Right? Tezzeret's so cool.
I think Logan has the edge in that he can play faster planeswalkers, and I think that in this
They both have
matchup-
diamonds and ancient tombs.
Yeah, but Logan has. Oh, actually, you know what? He's not playing the 2-mana rocks anymore, right? He's just playing diamonds and
Yep.
Mox Opals.
Yep, and
So-
Larry has got some signets.
Okay, so maybe in that case, maybe Edge Larry, is he playing an Emrakul with the Nahiri?
I think I did see an Emrakul in the deck at one point. Fun fact, by the way, I'm actually going to take Larry's side on this because he has promised that next week he will put these 4 Tybalts into his deck.
Respectable. I can't wait to watch.
I grabbed these 4 specifically. They're signed by Kenji, Numatanami, CVM, Peter Moorbacher, the artist, and LSV.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, man. Warp Me to the Top, because I Want to Rock and Roll was the second album. Yes, Galactic Mystery. That was their second album.
Who's second album?
My band's.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Excellent.
Warp Me to the Top, because I Want to Rock and Roll.
What do you think of New Tez? Awful.
I don't think that it's awful, actually.
Let me say, in Legacy, awful.
Oh, sure. Sure. In the context of standard, like, I don't think it's going to be anything great in Modern either, but in the context of Standard, it may not be too bad.
I looked at the abilities and I was like, this is not Legacy playable, and then I forgot what the abilities did. Promptly thereafter.
It makes Lotus Petals. It minuses
Well, it
to...
makes sick Lotus Petals, right?
It makes sweet Lotus Petals, yeah. It minuses to basically spatial contortion something based on the number of artifacts that you control. So plus X minus X. And then it ults to turn something into a 5/5 at the beginning of each of your combats.
I'm not excited by any of those abilities.
Nor should you be in the context of Legacy, because you have Agent of Bolas to win with.
Yeah, but I mean, even in Standard, those abilities are really boring.
Yep. Said okay, thank you so much for joining. It's good to see you. My name's Tommy Moonray. TJ isn't here tonight, and this is Chase.
Yes.
Is it weird that I don't think that the Precon deck is better overall. I think the Precon deck, people think that it's better because they can compare it to Agent of Bolas, and it's pretty close.
I don't remember what the Precon one does, if I'm honest.
Well, it costs 6.
So did Elspeth Sun's Champion.
Sun's Champion was also amazing.
Yeah. How do we know this Tez isn't?
I mean, it's basically Agent of Bolas except for 2 extra mana.
Oh, well. Agent of Bolas is pretty good.
Agent of Bolas is ridiculously good, except this one doesn't make 5/5s. This one just draws you into your next artifact and does the drain.
So I think this might, even if it's really good, it might be better than Elspeth Sun's Champion, because Elspeth Sun's Champion does have one major problem, in that it doesn't pitch to Force 1.
I've got a blue Sharpie. I can fix that.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think it might be easier and more legal to use a Painter Servant.
I don't think that that's easier, but it's certainly more legal. So, Mox Diamond from Logan heading into
Is
his
this
turn
going to be
3.
a turn 2 Tez?
I like that.
Alright, I think so.
I think Logan
I
just
think it was
won.
close, and I think now it's Edge extremely Logan.
Oh, yeah. Plus that up, and then you don't even have to start draining anytime soon, but looking at this...
You in fact don't start
Baleful
draining,
Strix.
you just make 5/5s.
I kind of like playing a... How do you feel about making 5/5 Baleful Strix?
I like making a 5/5 diamond.
Do you? Alright, more than the Baleful Strix? Just because then you can keep back the... well, now I definitely do.
Well, yeah, so I don't want to make any lands into...
Oh, now that I have the Mox, too, I feel way more comfortable with that.
Did he draw a Mox?
Yeah, he just drew a Mox
Okay,
Opal.
so yeah, I'm just going like 5/5 diamond, 5/5.
Because you've got the blue land, which comes in tapped. You've got the Mox, which
Yeah.
comes in untapped, but then can tap for mana. You can cast the Baleful
So-
Strix with the Urborg and the Mox Opal, and you can make that diamond into a 5/5. I like that line a lot.
Yeah, and I also like holding back just this one turn with the diamond so that he doesn't lose his Tez to the Thalia.
Sure. Sure. Yeah, that looks fine to me. And, actually, what if does he have a Toxic Deluge in hand? Because that could be
if he does, then maybe that's what I would do instead.
Sure.
If that's a deluge.
Tron Beetle, it's good to see you. Thank you so much for joining. And it looks like
okay.
we are going for the 5/5.
So yeah, this play is good, I think. And then next turn he gets to make the diamond into a 5/5.
As a small point, I actually like Logan putting the 5/5 onto this Mox Opal as opposed to the diamond, because while they're both functionally the same almost always, the diamond is slightly, or the Mox Opal has that slight vulnerability
Yep.
to where if he gets wastelanded and then somehow gets the Baleful Strix removed, then this one is still useful as a 5/5 where the diamond can still tap for mana.
Absolutely. And my original point when I was saying, he should make the diamond a 5/5
You
was
didn't know
under
that-
the impression that he was just going to be attacking for 5.
Sure, yeah. And Sad LK, yes, TJ actually did inform me that that Sad LK would have a surprise for the channel. I hope it's a boat, but like a small one, because a big one would be pretty big. By definition.
Yes. What is a tautology?
Armageddon.
All right, so now
I really think that
I think
Logan
that
is
was a-
favored.
I think that was a really bad Armageddon.
Am I ready for it? TJ isn't here. I'm Tommy Moonray. Am I ready for it? Tommy Moonray is ready for everything all the time, anytime. He travels the world, he travels the galaxy, and he has seen things. He listens to songs on his MP6 player.
All right, so
And
what do
when
you
I say he, I mean me.
what do you turn into the 5/5 here? I think diamond.
I'm not so certain that I want to make one of my my mana source, another one of my mana sources, like, removable. But Larry's tapped out right now.
Donated $100 to the
Whoa.
Fortnite. That is quite a donation.
That's a gift! What? Thank you so much! We're gonna get a new Yeti!
A Yeti?
Yeah, that was
Is
for
that
a new
what it's
mic.
called?
This is the Snowball. The Yeti's the one that's an actual boom mic.
Cool.
Oh my goodness. Sad LK, thank you so much. That is so generous of you.
Yes, we all really appreciate it. us viewers and us oh. Yeah, so reasons why you might want to have made the diamond the 5/5.
Todd with the host. Hello, I'm Tommy Moonray. This is Chase In Your Face Hansen. We're watching some Legacy tonight. I'm doing an impression of TJ's voice right now. Chase, he lost to Burn.
Oh, yes.
Oh my goodness. Said okay, thank you for the donation. Thank you so much. We'll get a sweet mic with that one. Thank you to everybody who's joining. You're joining us with Grixis Tezzeret going up against Red, White, Nahiri. Round 2 of our 4 rounds tonight.
I believe so.
Of Legacy. Todd, how'd the stream go?
Opal didn't die, it got Caracas, which is why you don't make it a 5/5.
I think I would have gone for the Baleful Strix.
Well, I mean, the Opal was the first thing that he made a 5/5.
Oh, that's right, that's right.
But it's legendary.
Yeah, I don't think
It's
that we
really
thought about
funny.
that.
No, I did not.
No.
I did not even consider Caracas.
Oh, that's painful. But thank you, everybody who is joining. If you haven't yet, be sure to hit that follow button and join us in the future. Todd, thank you so much for the host. Oh, that is beautiful. Yes, Tommy Moonray in the booth tonight. TJ lost his voice on Wednesday, so Tommy is in here instead. But in an act of solidarity, I'm doing an impression of TJ's voice, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but that's how we're doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm Tommy Moonray, frontman of Galactic Mystery, the interstellar rock band. But said okay. Thank you so much. That is incredible and so generous of you. And thank you so much. Wow. Ah, man. All right.
Fast boat.
Fast boat, thank you so much for hitting that follow button. I was just thinking to myself the other day, you know what, a slow boat isn't going to cut it anymore. Thank you so much, AC Frosty, for the follow. That is awesome. This new guy probably likes Blue and Legacy. Him? He's a fan. $100 was donated for us to get a new microphone.
He could be talking about Tommy Moonray.
Possibly. Yep, we're gonna get the blue Yeti. But thank you so much, Sad OK. Tommy Moonray appreciates you. TJ appreciates you. Chase appreciates you.
Yes.
It's wonderful having you here. So, we've now got a 5.5 Mox Diamond. That one looks a little bit better than that Mox Opal with the Caracas out. And, wow. That is quite a lot. Man.
I'm
going to lose my voice by the end of this.
I'm not I think that you just want to make the Darksteel Citadel 5/5.
Yeah, indestructible 5/5s.
I think he's afraid of Path. Or some similar effect.
Yeah, but then you still definitely, it's the worst land that you have right now. It's the worst artifact and the best one to make a 5/5.
Yeah, so it looks like he doesn't have any sort of removal spell. He goes to 1. And then we have the sweetest sword.
Sword of the Meek. Mishra's sword.
It looks like Larry's on 1. And cannot crack that fetch. Oof. And that is it.
Logan takes it in 3.
Yes.
But you know what? We've got some time left in this round. Do we not?
I don't know.
I mean, I know that we do.
Excellent.
Yeah, we've got like 10 minutes, right? Just under?
Yeah.
All right. Do you think that there's a chance of a Game 3 out there?
I don't know.
All right. Are you willing to check for me?
Yeah, I can take a look.
Thank you so much. Let's head on up to the booth. Thank you so much for joining. My name is Tommy Moonray. I'm joined by Chase Hansen for a short bit. They will, of course, be jumping down to the field because they are actually playing in this Legacy tournament. We do this every single Friday. No stream tomorrow, but we do stream 4 times a week. If you haven't yet, be sure to hit that follow button. Join us in the future. Part of the Rogues Gallery, along with Todd Stevens. Have a lot of fun interacting with him. Thank you to all the people who are joining for there. Thank you to all the people who are joining and supporting and talking, and it's incredible. So welcome to the Geek Fortress stream. How are we doing?
There is a game that could go to Game 3 potentially, but there's only 6 minutes in the round. I told them, don't bother, just finish their game if they end up going to a Game 3.
All right.
Because
all right.
moving takes all this time and it slows down the rest of the event.
So we've got a little bit of time to kill, do we not?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not sure if time is killable, but...
All right, thanks, Mad Hatter. So, how you doing? Let's go ahead and talk about your Grixis Thieves deck. You've been enjoying this one a lot.
So it can never beat Burn.
No Grixis deck can ever beat Burn.
No, I need more Pulse of Marasa.
Yes. So give me the quick walkthrough of it. Grixis Thieves.
Okay, so the deck is trying to play a normal Grixis control list or control game, right? You've got your bolts, your Baleful Strixes. Deathrite Shaman is just way too good to not play if you're playing black or green.
Sure, Brainstorm Ponder.
Yeah, Brainstorm Ponder. And then I decided that I wanted to play Dak Vaden. So
how did this decision come about? Was it exactly where you were sitting there, you're like, I want to play Dak Vaden?
Yeah, actually, the deck, the Grixis control bit came after the I just want to make a deck that plays Dak Vaden. Dak Vaden is too sweet to not play, and there's a guy down in California actually that plays a Punishing Miracles list that I'm quite a fan of. And I don't generally like to play white, and his list, could be much better than mine, but his list also doesn't play Notion Thief.
And Notion Thief is pretty sweet.
Yeah, Notion Thief is also sweet with Dak Vaden.
Absolutely.
Times so I use Dak Vaden, targeting my opponent with Notion Thief out enough that I'm basically every game that I've ever won with Notion Thief in play has come down to my opponent has no cards in hand.
That's not true. We saw it earlier.
Oh?
Yeah.
Oh, against
Against
Dylan.
Dylan.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yep.
Oh, I'm lying to you.
You
all.
are lying to me.
Plenty of games.
To me, Tommy Moonray.
Yes, but luckily you have the ability to read minds as Tommy Moonray.
That's
And
not
so-
true. I just download your thoughts to my MP6 player.
It's effectively the same, right?
That's true. Nine Walker, it's a pleasure to see you. Thank you so much for joining. It's always good to see one of the fans of Tommy Moonray.
If you just see any person, right? Aren't they just always fans?
Everybody's a fan of Tommy Moonray. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. Tommy Moonray's a legend.
Yeah.
Hello to Nine Walker. It's good to see you. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you to everybody who's joining and out there in the world. Looks like we are just near 300. We're going to get more Legacy for you in a short bit. We're getting ready to play a little bit of that fun game that we know and love, which is, of course, 20 questions.
All right. All right.
Are you ready for it?
Sure.
Are you feeling prepared?
I've got a card.
Do you?
Yeah. It's one of my favorite cards. For this game especially.
Do you now?
Yeah.
Are we going to play with... All right. We don't normally... I'm okay with calling this off. Thank you so much, Garrett. Garrett, thank you so much for hitting that follow
right,
button. It's awesome having you.
I don't know where my copy is, and so I can just type it.
All right. Go ahead and type it there, and let's see what we can do with it. Oh, nice. All right, I'm in.
Yeah, there we go.
I am 100% in. All right, so let's head on down. Let's have some fun, and the 20 questions field awaits. So, 20 questions. Yes or no questions. We've got the most perfect card.
I'll even give you a freebie.
Nope, no freebies.
No freebies? I
They
can't
hate
give them
freebies.
freebies?
They don't want freebies.
It wouldn't help them anyway.
They never want them.
All right.
They never want
I'll give
them.
them an additional one after they've lost.
Is it red or
one.
blue or black? Yes. It is red or blue or black. It can be found in those colors. All right.
Is it blue?
Is it blue?
Yes. Is it a permanent? No.
All right. Yeah, we're just doing gifts given.
Creature? That came after, so do we don't
No,
count that,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Multicolor.
Yes, it is multicolor.
Good question to ask. Didn't want to get locked into the blue.
Does Tommy Moonray like this card?
Tommy Moonray likes any card. It's a bad question. Is it modern legal?
No, not modern legal.
Nope. No, this is a Legacy stream. What are you talking about? Of course it's not. Tommy Moonray thinks about this card the way that he thinks about every Magic card. Which is that it's the best card ever if I'm the one casting it.
Ah, yeah. CMC 4 or greater, no.
Tommy Moonray isn't a diva.
Is it Dak Vaden?
Divas were named after Tommy Moonray. CMC 4 grader? No.
Is it Dak Vaden is a good question. Is it Baleful Strix is a good question. But
Right.
These are permanents, so we already know that it is not either of these cards.
True, and we tend to not include, like, actual card name guesses.
2 people in a row guess Limdul's Vault.
Yeah.
Ooh, is it Charm?
I mean, we're 6 questions in. I think we should focus on asking questions
is
and
it a
not guessing cards.
sorcery? Yes. It is a sorcery.
I try
Oh,
to
man.
not count the...
People just, all the cool guesses. Temporal Spring. That card is sick.
Yeah, they know what's up. They know what's up. Limdul's Vault is super sweet. Is It Charm is both an instant and is modern legal, so it's unlikely to be that one. Just,
Is it black? No, it is not black.
no black mana to be found on this card. Have you played it on stream?
I haven't.
It's been played on stream by Chase? No. No, it has not. Let's see here. Does it have errata? I think it's the same.
I don't believe so.
No. I don't think so. Does it?
I don't think it's been eroded.
Alright. Errated? New.
And someone asked if it was white. which I don't think has been
Nope.
cut out yet. Okay.
Yep.
Is it 3 or more colors? Okay, I think Give us them is on the right path.
Yes, it is 3 or more colors.
Is it a staple of Legacy? Depends on who you ask.
I think they'll all say no.
Dan Mortensen might disagree. Fire Ice? That is a good question.
Nice. Man, you were going deep on that one.
Was it first printed in a supplemental set?
Was that your hint, by the way?
Was what my hint?
Never mind. The Dan Morrison. Dr. Blondie oh no, sorry, Seivert. Seivert wins.
Yes, Guided Passage.
Seivert.
Oh my god, this card is sick.
Wins with Guided Passage. Let's go ahead and bring that card in out of the shadows into the light. Look at that card. Seivert, you are going to get added to our wall of Edged Champions. If you have never been on it, it doesn't look like you have. So welcome to the wall of Edged Champions, and I believe that is just in time to get ready for round 3.
Yes, I believe so.
So it is blue, green, red.
Is it a draw?
Did it draw?
Miracles went to time and drew. What surprise.
That is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
It's a beautiful thing.
Indeed.
Man. Good card, Chase. Good card.
Guided Passage is so sick.
It's good in EDH. Yeah, it's super good in EDH. It was on my first night on stream. After like 5 questions. Oh, nice. Oh, were you? Alright, alright. Collusion potential is so high. Yeah, it's
Broken
pretty
in
bad.
EDH because of collusion.
Pretty much.
I believe it. Politics is real in EDH. That's why I don't play it. Because I like to attack, and I like to, play the game, and that's a sub-game that I'm not very good at.
No, I used to be great at it. Now I'm just the guy who attacks with the Goblin Guide turn 1 in EDH, and everyone's like, this guy's ruining our fun.
Yeah. Once
Get
I played a
stomped.
Death Rain and attacked someone, and then it's like, I hit 1 damage, and now I'm suddenly public enemy number 1 for the rest of the game.
Yeah, that's kind of how I like my EDH games. Master Hersey, thank you so much for hitting that follow button. It's awesome having you. You are a rock star, and I look forward to seeing you more in the future. Rock star just like me, Tommy Moonray. Let's head
Yes,
back.
yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Doesn't get any better. Doesn't get any better, Chase, does it?
No. It was said by Tommy Moonray that it doesn't get any better, so it does not get any better. That's
I
how it
like your
works.
style. But thank you everybody for joining. It does mean the world to us to have you all here. We should be getting more into that legacy here quite shortly. I do appreciate you joining, and if you are enjoying the stream, be sure to hit that follow button. We do the stream 4 times a week. 4 times. Tomorrow we don't. But every Monday we have standard at 6:30 Pacific time. Every Wednesday and Saturday we do modern. Wednesdays at 7, Saturdays at 6. Plus we have Legacy every Friday, just like tonight at 7:30. All times are Pacific time because we're streaming out of a shop called Geek Fortress, located in Snohomish, Washington. Do you have anything to add?
About Geek Fortress?
Or anything? But sure.
No, not about Geek Fortress, but I appreciate Tommy Moonray, bringing the wonders of the universe into Geek Fortress as someone who appreciates the wonders of the universe.
So you appreciate the wonders of the universe, and I appreciate the wonders of the universe.
Yes.
But let me ask you something. Have you seen the wonders of the universe? Have you played a concert on the 4th moon of Jupiter?
No. I haven't seen them. This is
How you-
something that I wish to do.
You want to be a
someday.
roadie?
No.
You don't want to be a roadie?
Nope.
Well then, that is going to be difficult.
Fiery Justice. Oh, that would have been a good one too.
Fiery Justice is so sweet. That's the one that you deal 5 damage, but they gain 5 life, right? Oh, that card is so
Take
sweet.
out all your creatures, you gain 5 life. Deal.
It's like a mega swords.
Yeah.
What is Tommy Moonray's Christmas album called? Uh,
I have to
it's
talk
called
about Magic.
Prideful Pelican. Thank you so much for hitting that follow button. It's awesome having you. And the Monad the Monad Nomad. Thank you so much for hitting that follow button. It's awesome
That's
having
Tongue
you.
Twister.
That is. What is the Tommy Moonray Christmas album called? Well, that's interesting, actually, because it's called Deck the Flight Deck. With bows of Holly Schnikes, we're going pretty fast. In space.
Well, I don't know how to top that one.
It's a long name, but they... Alright, what you got for
Or
me?
we just call it Flight Deck for short.
Yeah, most people just call it Flight Deck.
Yeah.
So what you got for me?
I've got Eli on the wall, who's on Eldrazi. The dreaded Eldrazi.
Nice.
As they say.
Nice. And what is his mighty opponent named?
He is playing against Mason.
Instant classic. He's playing against what?
Mason.
On Burn?
Yep.
With
I
his...
know TJ would appreciate it.
He's got, like, mainboard Stigma Lasher. He's got, like,
He
some...
also has main deck Bedlam Reveler.
And he's up against a Chalice deck, so that should be interesting. What? Thrilling. Fourth by size or distance? By tour, actually. We're touring all the moons of Jupiter. And that's just the fourth one we went to. It was a tribute to my bassist, Jupiter Mackenzie.
Aye.
So let's go ahead. How many procs can you have? As many as you want.
Yep. Bedlam Reveler is very good against Chalice. TIL.
Yep, so let's go ahead and head on down to the booth. Get ready for round 3. This should be an interesting one. Let's do it. See you there. Alright, and I need to reset those life totals. That is apparently the thing that I need to do. My bad. My bad. So let's go ahead and reset those life totals, those wins, and all that other stuff that I forgot to in between rounds because I'm Tommy Moonray, and I'm getting used to this. Okay. Oh, man. So, let's go ahead and do that, and let's go ahead and do this. Perfect. Alright. So, yeah, you can have any number that you are looking to have. Deck the Flight Deck with bows of Holy Shnikes. We're going fast in space. Yep, it's pretty good. Jupiter Mackenzie looks like Thing from Addams Family. It's the resemblance is striking. His ability to play bass is quite impressive. It's quite impressive. All right, Chromatic Blast. Actually, I'm visiting. I did borrow some clothes from TJ. I'm used to wearing space clothes, and they can't actually be seen by people on Earth. They're fairly interdimensional, and it ends up just it's not a sight that you're looking to see. The Tommy Moonray Invitational with the Frontier event stream, I would consider that. Looks like we've got a couple of Wastelands in Eli's hand. Those are going to be pretty ineffective right now. Mason's going to be playing almost entirely basic mountains. Looks like we've got an Eidolon the Great Revel, not an incredible card in this matchup right now. TJ is losing his voice again, which of course means that I, Tommy Moonray, will be losing my voice as well, because we used a mental link at the beginning to allow me to mimic his voice and share his ability to speak. The Tommy Moonray Invitational. So, an Eldrazi Mimic coming down. We got a fetch from Mason going down to 19. Eli starting off at 17 with the Lava Spike, which is coming down. Might be dropping into the... I'm not sure if I like the Eidolon coming down, actually. But it's not bad. It's just that it's not really good. Wasteland coming down. I guess you can go for a Matter Reshaper, and it's going to be okay there. And then you were able to swing in for 3. Burn versus Eldrazi. Is this modern? Right. Except both of these colors have 2 less colors than their modern counterparts. Or 3, I guess, in the case of Eli. So, we're going to swing for 3. We're going to go down to 16, and we're going to try and get aggressive right back. Otherwise, this Eidolon dealt a little bit of damage to Eli. He's down to 15 as it currently sits. And what will we have from Mason going down to 15? Not sure what we're going to be looking for. Being tied up with an Eidolon on the battlefield when your opponent has significantly less 3 and under drops is going to be pretty difficult. Could end up, I mean, the Thought-Knot Seer coming down next turn is going to be pretty big for Eli. He's going to strip a burn spell out of Mason's hand. He's got a Chain Lightning and another Eidolon right now. You definitely don't want to play that other Eidolon. One more. Nice. Nice. Thank you so much for joining us, Karaja. So, looks like we're going to knock ourselves down to 13 from Mason's side of the battlefield, but we're going to knock Eli down to 12. Dropping down this Eidolon is real bad. That's going to kill Mason. Thought-Knots here is going to come down. It's going to outclass these Eidolons in combat. I mean, a Fire Blast in response? Oh, are we Fire Blasting the Thought-Knots here in response? Fire Blasting the Thought-Knot, getting rid of 2 mountains. So he is going to take a card. He gets to draw a card, and then Eli gets to look at his hand. Gets to take the Lava Spike and attack for 4. I don't think that you win this if you're Mason. Let TJ know he runs a great Aww! Thank you so much, Schultz Cubed. I do genuinely appreciate that. That's really nice of you to say. It's really nice whenever Todd hosts over to us. We're doing our best, and it's been an absolute pleasure running this stream, and it's been an absolute pleasure working with all of you. I can't tell you how much I love doing this. Ask anybody who I talk to. This is a big thing for me. Oh, and the Oblivion Sower coming down. But this stream is really a big... Interestingly enough, I guess we're going to take both of these lands. I guess we do have the ability to actually... Once we get Threshold, we can deal 2 damage. Otherwise, it's just going to be a mana source. And we're going to deal a lot of damage here. Just going to block with one of these. And we'll see. Sorry, I was talking on behalf of TJ. There. Looks like we're gonna block both of them. Trade with that. We're gonna get a Karakas, which isn't gonna be incredible, but it does tap for white mana, I suppose. It is a nice little edge against some of those things that are hard to beat. And Rift Bolt coming down. I think Eli just took this game pretty substantially. Yep. That is a win for Eli. But really, I can speak from the perspective of TJ. Thanks for letting him do this. This is, this stream does not exist without its viewership. And, or at least not even remotely in the same capacity. And it is quite the experience to be a part of. And myself and TJ and all the co-hosts and the players and the mods do want to thank you for being a part of it. It's the holidays. TJ's getting sappy. I'm getting sappy as Tommy Moonray, and that means that we're gonna thank you a lot. It's just incredible. So thank you. Be sure to hit that follow button. Also, if you are joining for the first time, it does mean the world to us to get that kind of support. And of course, if you do have the means, the inclination, the sub button is always an option. So, heading in the sideboard, Eli, I believe, bringing in some Thorn of Amethyst to raise the cost on some of those burn spells. Try and make it a little bit harder on Mason to operate from Mason's side of the battlefield. Looks like we're taking out the Eidolons, and we might be bringing in some Smash to Smithereens, some Blood Moons, some Exquisite Firecraft, basically bringing in all the burn that doesn't get hit by Chalice. So, really looking to just extend into that later game. It's not even extending the later game. Basically, you just don't want to lose to Chalice. That's pretty big. You don't want to lose to Thought-Knots here. And you just want to draw spells and kill Eli with them. That's the main game plan. This seems like a rough matchup for Burn. I think Chalice decks are fairly rough for Burn. Yeah. Sonic VA11, thank you so much for the follow. I do really appreciate it. Your support is kind and generous. And I look forward to seeing you more in the future. Let us know where you are watching from. I'd love to know. But, wow. Thank you to SatLK for that huge donation. Hodor, it's been so long. Thank you so much. Garrett, thanks for joining. You hit that follow button earlier. It's great having you. But Hodor, it's good to see you. It's been a long time. TJ always talks about you, and of course, I, Tommy Moonray, love your show. Venom carries, small point, but we do try and keep this chat family friendly. So, but thank you to everybody for joining. We do try and keep this this chat in the family friendly side, keep it on the positive side. Yes, absolutely. Your money should be on the Todd Knott Seer. It should be. The Todd Knott Seer, the most classily dressed of all the Seers. So, heading into the Mulligan's Eli taking game 1. Mason gets to be on the play. It's still not looking incredible. Something like, I mean, I'd happily take the 2 from a Chalice just to drop, or from the, just to drop a Chalice on 1. Chalice on 1 is big against this deck. When you start looking at Chain Lightning, Lightning Bolt, Lava Spike, Goblin Guide, Swift Spear, Grim Lavamancer, that's a lot of things that you really disable. You end up cutting off half of their hand, and it's not even that they can't cast the other spells. They can. But it's like you get to cast a one-time massive Thoughtseize for everything. The Lost Comrade, welcome. My name is Tommy Moonray. TJ took the night off since he was losing his voice. So, I will be, I'm also losing my voice as an act of solidarity. Is Mason running Bridge out of the board? I don't believe so. I don't believe so. Okay. So, let's see what we have got. I don't see a Chalice. I do see a way to counter a sorcery right now. And looks like a Bloodstained Mire. We're going to go down to 19 from Mason's side of the battlefield. He will after this. We'll see. I just don't think that he has bridges. I'd happily lend them to him if he ever needs them. So, looks like we're going to go with the Grim Lavamancer. Not an incredible tool. It'll be a nice little bit of reach. It gets around the Chalice, I suppose. It'll be okay. It will be okay. Okay. So, I'm not entirely sure what that straw poll was. How goes the Legacy? It's excellent. It's a great time. We've had all kinds of interesting decks tonight. So, a Rift Bolt coming down on the Suspend. Going to get cast in the next upkeep. Eli, I guess the spells won't be countered. We do have a Thorn of Amethyst in hand. That becomes a really nice interaction against that Rift Bolt. That's pretty fun. It looks like we're going to go for the Chalice on 1. It doesn't stop the Rift Bolt, but that is going to be a nice tool for the future. It is going to inhibit a lot of these, and then if he drops the Chalice, or the Thorn next turn, I mean, even if Mason starts missing land drops, that becomes pretty backbreaking for him, but Burn really does excel at hitting its land drops. It needs to hit its land drops in general. I would very much expect it to. We're going to fetch at the instep and probably end up firing this off at Eli. Legacy Burn looks a lot like Modern Burn. Sure, you run only basics because you are running Price of Progress. Also, you don't want to get hit by Wasteland, but basically it's Fire Blast, Price of Progress, and Chain Lightning. That's the biggest difference. You don't need the splash so that you don't get wastelanded. Also, so that your Price of Progress doesn't damage yourself. And then you run things like Sulfuric Vortex as well. But that's the biggest difference. The deck needs to hit its land drops a little bit more consistently. This one wants to get to 3 lanes. Modern Burn is really looking to get to 2. 3 is certainly ideal. But this one is a little bit less... This one is just more consistent at what it does. That's really where it's at. And a Vexing Shusher coming down. Why would you ever bring in Vexing Shusher for this matchup? To play around the Chalice? Because that's kind of cool. So I guess that Vexing Shusher is just so that all of his 1-mana spells become 2-mana spells that aren't countered? Is that how that works? That's kind of cool. Alright, I can get behind that. Didn't expect it, but I can get behind it. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it is spells or abilities. Nice. Alright, so now basically all of your bolts became lightning strikes. But at least they're not dead in your hand. I like it. Nice. I dig it. I dig it. Nice play by Mason. Good card to bring in. Good card to bring in. Tommy Moonray. Tommy Moonray. Tommy Moonray is my name. TJ's taking the night off. So, a Chalice coming on down. Or, I'm sorry, not Chalice. Thorn of Amethyst. Thorn of Amethyst is coming on down. That one is going to be pretty difficult. But, thank you everybody for joining. It's good to have you all here. And let's go ahead and show you all that Thorn of Amethyst. Non-creature spells cost 1 more to play. It does mean that suddenly all of your bolts become 3 mana, 3 damage. What was that? There's a spell from, I think, Scars of Mirrodin that was like that. Otherwise, we're down to 13 from Eli's side of the battlefield. Not looking great. Mason hits his 4th land drop with ease. And we've got a Fire Blast that we have to pay either sack 2 lands and pay 1 for, which feels pretty bad. Going for another sack, we're down to 16, keeping it pretty even. Eli, while he's been hating out Mason's game plan pretty well, not developing a whole lot of pressure yet, can't really attack in with this Eldrazi Mimic. I'm a little bit surprised that this Grim Lavamancer isn't actually hitting the Eldrazi Mimic, but that's okay. You feel like Legacy Burn needs to splash green for Revelries? It doesn't. You don't want to get hit by Wasteland. You don't actually need Revelry because you don't care about it, and you don't want to get hit by your own Price of Progress. But it's mostly that you can do it, and I've seen it before with just a single Taiga, but you just don't need it, and it will punish you more often than you'll actually need it. The Ancient Tomb coming down looks okay. I like this Warping Wail because you can actually use it to counter a sorcery, so something like a Chain Lightning or a Lavamancer the Mimic, yes, absolutely. The Thought-Knot Seer coming down, we're probably going to Fire Blast in response. Looks like it. We're going to go down to 4. We're down to 4. And we're going to float some mana as well, I suppose. I'm not sure why you wouldn't just float mana using one of the ones that you sacrifice. We're going to take a look here, see a land, and now we just have to beat... Actually, interestingly enough, that gave him enough fuel to actually win with this Grim Lavamancer over the course of the next 2 turns. That is interesting. Having the ability to sacrifice meant that he now has enough to just win over the course of the next 2 turns. So if he just blocks with the Vexing Devils, or with the 1 Vexing Devil against this Thought-Knot Seer, then he can just win with that, except this Warping Wail does remove it, and it should remove it. He's likely going to go down to 2. Interesting that it's about the same. To either cast it or to take down the Vexing or the Grim Lavamancer, but Eli might he's likely going to end up at 2, get rid of that Grim Lavamancer, and Eli's gotta turn the gas on because Mason is doing great, or at least he's in an okay position to take this game. He's got the Bloodstained Mire, who's going to fetch now, going to go down to 15. Eli has a hard time attacking right now. Interesting. Also, Mason's Vexing Devil, or Grim Lavamancer, was untapped, so if he had used just one of the mana that from the mountains that he sacrificed, he would have been able to activate that Grim Lavamancer and win this turn. So Mason actually could have won this turn if he had, because he ended up sacrificing 2 mountains and then using a different mountain to pay for the Thorn of Amethyst, when he could have used one of the mountains that he sacrificed to pay for it. Huh. Could drop a Chalice on 2 if you really wanted to, but you really need an answer to this, actually. So, we're going to tap this Cavern of Souls just to pay for the Matter Reshaper. Oh, he cast Searing Blaze that turn? My bad. My bad, the BFM, you're right. You are right. My mistake. So, it's a swing for 4. Just going to take it. It's a fairly aggressive block, considering that this Grim Lavamancer can actually kill the Matter Reshaper. But he's just going to go face instead. I mean, there basically a lot of options are available. I like going face here because if Eli doesn't hit this, and it looks like he will. He should. If he untaps, Mason wins. Mason just won. Why did you... Huh. 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 Well, Mason wins. That game, I suppose. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Well, that's the way that it goes sometimes, I guess. So, let's, sometimes that's the way that the magic happens. They might be so dazzled by the presence of Tommy Moonray that they might just be forgetting. They just figured he just didn't want to show the card? Maybe. I suppose that's a possibility. I think that you have to assume that it's coming in for the Eldrazi deck, though, so I'm not sure if that's entirely true. But I suppose that is an option. But anyway, as they're sideboarding, everybody who's out there, thank you so much for joining. My name's Tommy Moonray. I'm filling in for TJ, who is the main host. He looks a lot like me, but he has got significantly worse hair and significantly less talent. Because I am Tommy Moonray, lead man of Galactic Mystery, the interstellar rock band. But it's a fun night tonight. We're playing some Legacy. We do this every Friday. If you haven't yet, be sure to hit that follow button. Always feel free to do that that sub button as well. And of course, while you certainly don't need to, if you do choose to, if you are going to use the cheer function, be sure to put #charity within your message for the cheer, because that does put some of your basically Twitch ads to your donation to give to Doctors Without Borders, and that is a big thing. Can I sing you your biggest hit? No, I don't perform for free. Said okay? You are not wrong. Not wrong at all. Couldn't cast Warping Wail because it cost 3, but he chose to cast the Matter Reshaper, which is still odd. What time zone are we? We are in the Pacific time zone. We have got, it is currently 10:02 here. We're starting up a shop called Geek Fortress. This is located in Snohomish, Washington, and it's in the Pacific Northwest of the U.S. Oh, man. Dryu, we're actually different people. How much for my greatest hit? It can't be translated into USD, and also I can't do it tonight because I'm using TJ's voice actually, and I'm using TJ's voice, and he's losing his, which means that I'm losing mine, which means that I should not be singing my biggest hits. Palth, I don't know what you're talking about. This is not a wig, actually. This is what happens to your hair when you've been around the galaxy. It just kind of happens that way. Huh. Couldn't tell you. That is a Pithing Needle, a Thought-Knot Seer, and a lot of land. What do you even name with the Pithing Needle? Grim Lavamancer? Alright. Not really sure if I care about Grim Lavamancer enough to bring in a Pithing Needle, but that's okay. Andromeda Alabania. Oh, man. So, we have got the Monastery Swift Spear coming in, not going to knock Eli down to 19. From Eli, we're going to put in an Ancient Tomb, we're going to pay a little bit of life, and we're going to put in that Chalice on 1. We're going to go down to 17 to do it. We've also got a Wasteland, but that land does not do anything in this matchup whatsoever. Your favorite is You Make Me 0G. That is that's one of my favorites. A Smash to Smithereens. Coming in hot on this Chalice. We're going to deal 5. Eli suddenly at 12, and Mason suddenly looking decently favored for this. Wow. That is, you know, the Milky Way to my heart. That is actually, I'm not a big fan of our ballads, but that is one of our favorite ballads, of course. Of course. And we've got a Thought-Knot Seer coming in. It gets to take a look at this hand, but we have got Price of Progress. Seems like the most likely take. Oh my goodness. Price of Progress deals 12 right now. That is not where you want to be. We're going to go down to 10. You took Price of Progress, and Mason has still got the ability to swing for... I guess he doesn't get to attack, but he can just burn this game out as it currently sits. Ah, man. That is, that's quite the hand. That's quite the hand indeed. Are we just gonna... yeah, alright. I mean, if you knock him down to 4, it... What, Okay, we're not going for the Thought-Knots here. Okay, so we have got the City of Traders coming out. We're going to go for another Thought-Knot Seer. We're going to take another look at it, and we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do. Okay, let's see here. And the Exquisite Firecraft for the win. Mason takes it. Mason takes it down. That was a hit and a half. Smash to Smithereens, the absolute champion of this game. Let's go ahead and try and get a backup match. We've got lots of time left in this round 3 of 4. Let's make it happen. Let's head on up. Have a good time. I will see you up there. Let's do the cool stuff in the cool place. Thanks for joining, everybody. Check out this transition. Hello and thank you for joining. It's awesome having you. You are all incredible and awesome and all kinds of great. I look forward to seeing you all more in the future. And of course, this is the Geek Fortress stream. My name's Tommy Moonray. I'm filling in for TJ, who looks a lot like me but with significantly worse hair. And of course, Chase Hansen is out there playing, not with me at the moment, but the classic welcome for joining. It's a classic, of course. Zondo, thank you so much for joining, and thank you to everybody for being just a part of this stream. It's great having you. It's great being here, and I'm having a lot of fun. We've got Legacy tonight, and of course we are approaching the holiday season. I'm excited. I hope that you are too. It's a beautiful time. We've got some snow falling here in Snohomish, not only here in the booth, but out there, outside. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. I absolutely enjoy it, and I can't wait to go out and enjoy it, and of course drive in it, which is slightly less fun. Moontoadfoot, it is good to see you. If anybody is brand new to the stream, be sure to say hi in that chat. Just toss in a quick hello, I'm new, and I would love to welcome you by name, because this is such a big thing, is having you all here, and I certainly cannot undervalue all of you, and I don't ever want you to feel like you are underappreciated on this stream. Certainly, because you are the reason why this stream even functions and exists and operates. It's great having you all here, and we're going to keep going. We're getting ready for 2017. No stream tomorrow. It is Christmas Eve. Jerry Maguire, hey! It's Jerry. It's great seeing you. It was a lot of fun hanging out with you. Thank you for hitting that follow button. It was fun hanging out with you last night on Z Magic 94's stream last night. I'll be trying to Skype into some more as I get my, Hey, Panda Rule, thank you so much for hitting that follow button, Panda Rule. Thank you so much for joining. It's great having you. And, looks like Brendan. Brendan, you are the best The Rush, hey, the random viewer spotlight is always a thing, Doro, as I'm sure going to fire that one off soon. They tend to do that one. But Jerry, it's good to see you. I hope you had a lot of fun last night. I hope you are enjoying this stream now. You complete me. With me, without me. With me, without me. With me, without me. With me, without me. Thanks for joining. It's great having you. It's absolutely wonderful having you here tonight, today. Magus, it's good to see you. It's so good to see you. Tommy is always enjoying seeing all the people. Do we have any Storm players? There is a good chance of having some Storm players out there. Strong Zelda, thank you so much for joining. It is great having you here. Looks like Max Frisco. Max Frisco, you are a random featured viewer of the day. Thank you so much for joining. It's great having you. You are incredible and enjoyable, and your support is appreciated. I haven't seen you in the chat, but it is a pleasure having you here. Clip that, please. Hopefully someone managed to. What kind of deck do I play, Geek? Well,
Another match?
yes, always.
It's Tezzeret and versus Infect.
Always.
I just want to make sure he's Tezzeret on there.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let him know then.
Yeah. Who? I guess I should probably find out who they are. So, my name is Tommy Moonray. I play... Oh, okay. Strong Zelda, thank you so much for hitting that follow button. I do really appreciate it. It's great having you here. Tommy Moonray plays... Oh, tell me what you got.
Well, I'm not sure who's on the wall or not, but it's Larry and
Larry?
Chase.
That should be Larry Chase. We're doing different matches.
Larry and Chase.
That is not Tezzeret versus Infect.
It is not.
Okay, who's going to be on what side? And what game are they going to?
Chase is gonna be on the wall.
And what game are they going to?
Game 3.
Are they?
Yep.
Alright, thank you very much. So, we've got Red, White, and Nahiri versus Grixis Thieves. Or Punishing Thieves.
I
Punishing
feel like we should
Thieves.
come up with a better name than that.
I mean, I say that about basically every deck that Chase runs.
That's true. I mean, it does have the greatest thief in the multiverse.
Tommy is playing with the mic too much or kicking around. My bad. I did have my leg on my knee and I did kick the tailbacks.
Yep,
Brendan,
Brendan 2000. Thanks.
thank you so much for the follow. That's my bad. It shouldn't be anymore. How do I get my hair so sparkly? By traveling the galaxy.
See, you can't tell that's actually Stardust.
It isn't.
It isn't?
No,
Oh, is it
no.
discount Stardust?
No, it's not at all. This is actually what you get by just traveling the galaxy.
Yeah, you
it just happens.
You pick up Stardust.
I don't interact with stars. No, they're.
Well, no one interacts with stars.
I am the star. At all
that's-
times.
You don't interact with stars. You just pick it up by flowing through the galaxy.
Nope.
Like
Nope.
this is how you flow.
This is a lack of knowledge that I would not have expected from my bassist, Jupiter Mackenzie.
Well, I don't talk very much for a reason.
That's true. That's true. So, we've got a sweet match coming up. We're going to head on down for that. And what deck do I play? Well, Tommy Moonray plays either Storm or 5-color Scape Shift. TJ plays Burn and everything.
You play Fist of Suns.
Yeah, it is the relativistic. Basically, my hair is much older than I am. And I am already a million years old, which means that my hair is extra million years old.
That is the correct definition of the word extra.
Yes. Let's head on down. See you there. Alright, and we are getting ready to play. We've got Chase Hansen on Punishing Thieves, plus Larry on Red, White, and Nahiri. Both of these decks have showed up earlier, but they're entering into their third game of this match. And let's go ahead and get them on, see what we can see, do what we can do, have some fun with this matchup. Thank you all for joining. It is extra million years old. Yep, I haven't done the math, but I'm pretty sure that that's about it. Haven't done the math. They did the math. My goodness. Saddle K, thank you so much again. That is huge. That is really, really huge. Thank you so much. So, wow. Bow wow 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 wow. Phew. Looks like I've got a clue. Not sure who's going to be on the play in this one, but Red, White, Nahiri going to be powering out a lot of control elements, some Thalias, that mana base. Chase has got a fairly greedy mana base. That could be a little bit difficult. He does, however, have access to Punishing Fire, which will be able to answer a lot of what Larry's trying to do. Nice! Nice, Chris B. I hope you enjoy it. Werewolves are a lot of fun. You'll be flipping, and you'll be transforming things, and doing all kinds of stuff. So that's awesome. And thank you for joining. I hope that you enjoy it. FNMs are a lot of fun. Make sure that you have a lot of... Make sure that, like... Yeah, just have fun with it. That's apparently what I'm trying to say, and I'm just going to keep saying the same thing again, and I apologize for that. It's a Wasteland from Larry. He's going to pass back. Chase not going to be fetching just yet. Gets the Fire and Ice. Drops in the Underground Sea. Then fetches. Goes for a Baleful Strix. The new artifact vehicles. Vehicles are awesome. Vehicles are super cool. I played with the mic again. My bad. I'm not touching it. I'm not touching the mic. I'm putting it back. Tommy Moonray is not touching the mic anymore. Baleful Strix comes down. Chase is going to draw a card. Larry has the option of popping this Underground Sea. Does he go for it? However, it does set him back a little bit, and he's already behind this Baleful Strix. It depends on if that's the resource battle that he really wants to start fighting. Chase has got a Grove of the Burnwillows in hand as well, which is going to work out great with his Punishing Fire if he ever ends up in that one. Unless you completely missed it, I did say Tommy Moonray plays 5-color Scapeshift and Storm. TJ, who's normally the host and looks pretty similar, plays Burn in every format, and then in Modern plays about 5 other decks in addition. Chrome Mox seems to be coming down for Larry. And are we going to get rid of a Nahiri so it taps for 2 colors? And then drop a Blood Moon? I love it. Make it happen. Make it happen. And it looks like we are just going to let it tap for red. And we're going to go for the... This seems super risky. Now that you've got nothing but red mana, that is really risky. I would have exiled the Nahiri, I think. I don't know. It's risky. But we might just force this one anyway. Okay. You messed around with the Planeswalker Chandra deck? Added another Chandra card? Nice! Chandra's always good. And the Blood Rune doesn't look like it's going to resolve anytime soon here. I can work on that, Sad LK. I can absolutely work on that. I can try and get there. That's more of a David question, though. Tommy Moonray playing Vintage? Red Wine, I suppose, is probably better. Oh, man. What does Punishing Thieves do? It's Grixis control, but then you add in Dak Faden and Notion Thief, and then the Punishing Fire, it's Punishing Fire, and he happens to be running Grove of the Burnwillows for it. Stack and Notion Thief and a Grixis control shell that happens to be running Grove of the Burnwillows and Punishing Fire. Because Chase is absurd, and that's just what he does. But a Squadron Hawk for Larry coming down. Oh, I know. That Chrome Mox is looking sweet. Looks like we do have the Punishing Fire. Getting that back, we do have the Grove of the Burnwillows and the Punishing Fire engine online, so we might just grind this game out that way. Interesting. What is the split card? That is Fire and Ice. It's either 2 mana to tap something and draw a card, or 2 mana to deal 2 damage to something. Creature or player. And the Squadron Hawk doesn't seem to be doing too well. However, these two look fine. Punishing Fire, one of them. We're probably going to get it back if we ever feel like it. Or, you know, Jace is pretty okay. Jace isn't a bad card at all. Thank you, thanks, Luke. Thanks, Luke. And it looks like we're going to plus this. Looks like Faithless Looting. There is a really... Ooh, never mind. Are we maybe not? Are we waiting to see Oh, are we waiting to go for this before we activate the ability so we can discard that if needed? Nope, we're just going to go for the Jace. Okay. I guess. I dig it. But thank you. You also play Artifact Thopter tokens? Nice. Call it the Mom and Pop Thopter Shop. There you go. There you go. After P and Kieran Nalaar. What's the difference between Red Elemental Blast and Pyroblast? One of them targets a red spell or destroys a red permanent. One of them counters a spell if it's red, and destroys a permanent if it's red. One of them can be cast on a green spell, the other one cannot. So one of them is better because say you have a Grim Lavamancer and you only have one card in the library, you can cast it on their spell that isn't even blue. Or I was saying if it's blue. You know what I meant. You know what I meant. You can cast it on that one. It goes to the graveyard, and then you can use your Grim Lavamancer to kill something, even if it's not something that is going to counter it. That is the difference. So, another land coming down for Chase. Looks like we've got a Faithless Looting firing off right now. Strong Zelda, I've got some bad news for you. Yeah. I've got some bad news for you. As to why Kieran doesn't have his own card. So, we're going to drain Larry Dit for 2. We're going to go down to 19 on that side of the field. Otherwise, Chase just sitting at 18 at the moment. This Grove of the Burnwillows has been giving Larry a little bit of life. And looks like we've got a Thoughtseize at the moment. Going to pitch that in the Echoing Truth. He does. It's called Lost Legacy. Yeah. Yeah, Kieran died. That's true. Kieran died. So, we've got another Mox Diamond coming down. Unless Larry is going to directly cast a 4-mana spell this turn, Chase is probably just going to minus the deck and take over that Mox Diamond. Is the Plains signed? The Plains is signed, yes. Or, I guess, yeah, that is signed. Doro, Lost Legacy, Heart of Kieran, and Rest in Peace. Oh, that's so sad, but it's so funny. Oh, that is brilliant. Okay. Sorry, man, I'm trying not to talk too much. I am really sorry. I normally talk a lot more. Or I guess normally TJ talks a lot more. But TJ, and by extension myself, is dangerously close to losing his voice again. And trying to keep it a little bit under control and a little bit reined in. And I do apologize. I would prefer to provide a product that is 100% hype and excitement, and I'm trying really hard to not go overboard so that it ends up making a worse product for future streams in addition to this one. So I do apologize. We're gonna get through, but if you could supplement some of my hype for me, that would always be wonderful. But thank you for being here. My words may sound less excited, but I am no less excited. This stream was still very exciting for me. Despite losing my voice, I wanted to make it. I completely agree, Sad Okay. I completely agree. A day off tomorrow is going to be very good for my voice. So, a Jace on 3 and a Dak Faden on 6. Haven't even decided to take the Mox Diamond yet, mostly because the Dak is just crushing with this card selection. Thank you so much, everybody. Let go of the mic? Oh, man, that's not my style. That's not my style. I love this stream too much. Oh, man. Nice, Sora155. I hope you do enjoy it. The deck is a lot of fun to play. Let me know how you do with it. It's that and Boros Burn are quite a lot of fun. So we have got the Dak Emblem. Now if Chase ever targets anything of Larry's, he just takes control of it. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. Playing out the backup Dak suddenly. Do you just minus it and take over the diamond? Yes, you do. The best part is that Chase doesn't actually target many permanents. You don't think that there's a mic in the store tonight? Oh, nice. Okay. No mics. Actually, there might be. There might be. We're going to tap that permanent and gain control of it. And we are going to... Nice. You're going to fire off the ice portion of Fire and Ice to tap the land and take control of it. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Oh yeah, no, it's pretty difficult. That's where Power Blast is awesome. We can target anything. That's true. That is absolutely true. We're going to trade the Baleful Strix away. We've got the Dak, but we're going to plus that up. We've got to go over the Burn Willows with a Punishing Fire in the yard. Tons and tons of Force of Wills if we need them. And we are going to pay 2 mana to get back 2 of these Punishing Fires. By the look of it. We're going to knock up to 20, but now we can knock down to 16 if we need to. A lot of cards in hand. Honestly, at this point, I might just drop like the Ponder or something. Or you just get rid of the Punishing Fires and you just win with a Jace. You pay 2 to put the 2 Punishing Fires in your hand every game. Then you Dak Faden just to draw 2 cards, getting rid of the Punishing Fires, and then you Brainstorm with Jace. That card advantage is insane. Probably going to see a Force of Will go in here. It is the hardcast Force of Will that you don't get to see too often. Keeping up 1 as well. Unfortunately, I don't have a deck list for you. I can try and get one and tweet it out, but it's a small chance. Keep an eye on my Twitter. I'll do my best. I might be able to get a picture from him, but I can't promise anything, unfortunately. It's pretty hard for us to get deck lists right now. So, let's do it again. Let's do it again. Jason C., I'm not sure what you're talking about. My name's Tommy Moonray. I'm the frontman for Galactic Mystery, which is the interstellar rock band. Okay, so, and it's a pass back. We're just going to grind it out with the Jace. Larry's having a little bit of trouble now. Chase's deck is actually... Yeah. No, we were talking about this deck list earlier. It's another hardcast Force Will from Chase. We were talking about this deck a couple of days ago. He thinks this deck is just straight gas, and it kind of is. It just can't ever beat Burn. Ever. But this deck is, like, beautiful. The best part is you haven't even seen the best part. If he puts in, he can put in a Notion Thief, and plus the Dak Faden targeting Larry. So he can make it to where Larry would draw 2 cards, but instead Chase draws 2 cards. And then Larry has to discard 2 cards. Or... Thank you, Jason. Thank you. Revive Shiva, no co-host tonight. Nope, no deck lists, unfortunately, Rosen. We don't have them. He might have taken out the... Yes, possible. But, we don't collect deck lists. These are just our weekly events. We do this 4 times a week, and it is a logistical nightmare to collect deck lists for all of those. I used to do it, and to get just a handful of deck lists on a weekly basis took a couple of hours. And I unfortunately don't have that couple of hours to spare currently. Or at least I would rather be doing other things with it towards building this stream. Maybe one day I'd like to. It's a service that I'd love to provide. And, oh man. Yep. Gonna lose the voice. Again. Stellar. Interstellar, because I'm Tommy Moonray. Okay. I have no idea on TCG, on trading card game. I have no idea what you're talking about, but okay. A Nahiri in hand. It would be cool if there was an automated way to do it. Yes, it would. It would be very cool. Not enough time left? It's game 3, absolutely. The Jace ult is going to close this game out. The Jace ult just closes this game out hugely. He can control the board all day long. He can use these punishing fires to just keep the Oh. That's the same amount of work as I had before. And the Jace ult is just going to annihilate this game. Okay, so the best part is that he couldn't actually target the Nahiri. He had to target Larry and then redirect it, so you don't actually get to use the DAC emblem to take control of the Nahiri. That is a shame. However, you do have a Jace which is ulting next turn, and that is just going to close it out. Yes, he does. Doro, would you like to link to Doro's stream, or to Chase Hansen's stream? Chase is actually a streamer. And I think he has this list put together on his MTGO account. So you can go follow his stream, find him there. He's a great streamer. He does nothing but legacy streaming. He does not have a Twitter, no. But if you just follow his stream and get in contact with him that way, that's the way to do it. So these players moved over, so it's likely that they got a small time extension. And this Jace ult is going to close out the game. Looks like we're just going to keep this Nahiri in check some more. Knock it down to 2. Untap, ult Jace, win. It's likely that they got a turn a time. So it is turns for people who did not move over to the camera. But moving to the camera takes a little bit of time. So normally they'll get just a small time extension. And it's hard for me to coordinate exactly what that time extension is. So usually we can assume that it's about 2 minutes past. Grand Abolisher is going to come down. Chase is still plussing up this J, so fairly confident with his time frame apparently. K Marky, he does not. The really? Not able to counter that with the Grand Abolisher. So Larry takes down the Jace, even though Chase has got a handful of counter magic, because he can't cast it. Not ulting that Jace may have just taken away that win from Chase. But Punishing Fire targets the player and then redirects to the Planeswalker. Wow. I'm surprised he didn't force the Grand Abolisher. Had to see that coming. Baleful Strix coming down. I guess it's just back to the Jace race, or we're just going to deal 3 damage per turn. I mean, he's got 3 turns to deal, plus he's got 3 damage per turn through Punishing Fires, plus the Deathrite Shamans. So he's going to drain him down to 8. So, oh no, you've got enough there, so you actually drain down to 6. Gonna drain down to 6. Then he can get back both of those, put Larry up to 7. But then deal 4 to knock Larry down to 3 and activate them both again. So we're gonna go down to 2. And we're gonna wipe the game out this way. Get him back, take the win. Chase takes it by the skin of his teeth with Punishing Fire. Yep, it was Pyroblasted. Wow. Alright, let's get ready for round 4. We'll see you up there. Hello and thank you for joining. My name's TJ. We're streaming here in Geek Fortress from Snohomish, Washington. You can find us at geekfortressgames.com. It's always a pleasure having you all here. Always a pleasure. So we're getting ready to head into round 4, the fourth and final round. We're going to try and get the finals, whatever it is, on stream for you. We do the stream every single Friday. Plus, we actually do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, 4 times a week. You can join TJ. I'm Tommy Moonray. I'm doing this stream as a backup for TJ. He lost his voice. By extension, I'm losing my voice as well. No, you didn't hear that. You didn't hear that. I'm Tommy. I'm Tommy Moonray. I'm Tommy Moonray. Absolutely. But, yeah. Yeah, it's just such a wonderful thing to be doing this with all of you. We're getting ready for the holiday season. I'm certainly excited. I wish I could give you all a gift. Unfortunately, I'm unable to, both for logistical reasons and other such things, but it is a lot of fun doing this. And it looks like I've got a match. What's the finals?
Oh, okay. I was going to ask if you wanted the finals.
Well, what's the finals?
It's Mason and Logan.
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool. Ow.
You just hit yourself in the face at the door because you just pulled the door into your own face, Coleman.
I don't know who you're talking about. I'm clearly Jupiter Mackenzie.
Oh, that was beautiful to see. Oh, man. Alright, I'm sorry. Who's on what side?
Hold on. I'll have Mason be on the wall.
The Cole Maniac. You're gonna have who on the wall?
I'm going to have Mason on the wall.
Against Logan Rifle?
Yep. I'm just here to make everything entertaining.
That was delightful. Oh man, so we've got Grixis Tesserator versus Burn. Oh man. Brendan, my gift is putting this stream on for all of you to watch. Well, then it is my pleasure to give you that gift. That truly does mean that it's more fun to give than to receive. This is a lot of fun. It's okay.
There's a reason that it's called donate, not receive.
Are you hinting?
No. You just said it's more fun to give than receive.
Well, yeah, because they said that my gift is giving them this stream.
Oh. I'm only half paying attention, sorry.
Yeah, it's not Helmerator. I think he's in Grixis, so I don't think he has the Light
Yep.
Splash. He's in fact got Duretti.
Yeah, I saw that in the sideboard. I didn't expect to see that today.
Yep. So, I can get close for you, but not quite. But let's head on down.
Mason's gonna be on the wall.
Really? Dang it.
They want me to mulligan down to 5.
Alright.
You'll mulligan to 5 and still win.
Alright, so I gotta switch this up really quickly. And then we will head on over to... Should probably spell that right.
They are heading down right now, so.
They are heading down where?
To the table.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like they're about to start playing. I was like, don't do... Wait, you said
No,
Mason's on the
that
wall?
means they're about to throw down.
Mason's on the wall? Mason's face... Dang it. I had it right and then I made it wrong. Because you thought that I had to correct... You made me feel like I had to correct it. I'm so bad at this. I'm so bad at this. Tommy's bad. Okay, so we've got that. Let's do Grixis Tesserator. And let's change these images. I mean...
Why not just Tezzeret?
Yeah. And for Burn, let's go ahead and do Eidolon.
I was gonna say, let's name the card that's gonna be most important is Price of Progress.
Oh, that's probably true, but that's okay. Alright. Let's do it. We'll
Now
see
let's
you
throw down to the table.
there. Yes. Alright, and we are getting ready. We are getting ready to go Burn versus Tesserator. The final showdown. This is the finals. When did BBD get his own emo? Oh, yeah, hair in my mouth. Would be a better picture for the matchup. That's probably true. Maybe Postport will do that. White Rim, thank you so much for hitting that follow button. Thank you so much. It's incredible having you. Now, we're not pile shuffling in 2017, but Thank you, everybody who is joining. If you haven't yet, be sure to hit that follow button. Always feel free to consider hitting that sub button. I think we got 1 today. We try and get 5 per stream. But honestly, you know what? It's close to the holidays. A lot of people did their shopping. I don't think that I'm going to hold out too much on the expectations here. Alright. So, Mason up against yet another Chalice deck. He was able to overcome the last one and smash to smithereens. That's probably going to become a pretty useful card in the post board. Looks like he has only got 2 of them, though. Really going to be looking for him. Apparently someone gave him a note. Sorry, I'm still I'm still slowly losing my voice, so I'm trying to preserve it where I can. And I don't like it. I'm normally all about the non-stop talking. And I'll do my best. I'll do my best, but I'm getting dangerously close to losing my voice. So, thank you for joining me. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being here with me. And, yeah. Let's watch the finals. Let's watch it happen. Let's watch them throw down. Hype. Everybody, can we toss some hype into the chat? Can we get some of that hype for me? I can't shout as much as I'd like to, but I'd like to see some hype, so I'm going to flail. I'm going to get excited. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's throw down. I'm going to get hair in my mouth. It's going to be amazing and exciting, and let's go ahead and just get that hype going. Burn versus Tezzerator, the final showdown. The spell-slinging mastermind straight to the face. Dylan hopping with him in the booth. Yeah, we do. We've got Burn going straight face against Logan on the Tezzerating machine. The deck that has got an engine that is actually an engine.
Yeah.
Thanks for your keen insight.
It's been a long day.
A Mox Opal coming on down. No Metalcraft just yet.
You know what's going to be really good in this matchup?
What's Price of Progress?
Progress is going to be really good.
Price of Progress is going to be 1 hot tamale.
Ooh, hot tamales. Delicious.
Hot tamales are delicious. This is Dylan, everybody. He's the store owner. Pretty great guy.
Suspended Rift Bolt. I don't suspend Rift Bolts. That's rude.
Right. How do you feel about the idea of... he's got the Lightning Bolt, probably going to try and go for the at the end step. I think he's debating between doing the Lightning Bolt now or later. I kind of like it now.
I mean, you might as well. I don't think Tezzerator plays anything that's bolt-worthy. Like, I mean, that you care about.
Yeah.
I mean, it hits... The only thing that I think it hits is Baleful Strix. And once it's in the field, you don't care.
Sure. But that came down. Now we have access to 3 mana. We've got a Baleful Strix and a Force of Will in hand. Maybe we just wait to overload some of that removal as we go?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello, everybody.
Yeah, that's...
I'm part of the band, too.
He's the manager.
I mean, it's not bad. I could probably be a manager.
I
could book them gigs, get you guys some star power. You know, I could sell you guys pretty easily.
Absolutely.
I could be good at that.
I look forward to it. So, we've got 2 mana. I think this is going to be the Baleful Strix. I actually don't love the Baleful Strix a ton. It's not a bad card.
Oh, no. He's got the newest edition.
This is actually the Duretti.
The newest edition. He's been pretty stoked about this. Hello.
It's not even the one that I thought it would be.
Inkbot. Hello. Hello, hello.
It's not even the one that I thought it would be. This is the Ingenious Iconoclast.
Yeah, that's a good one.
We're going to +1 to make a colorless construct artifact token.
It's the -2 again. Sack an artifact to destroy an artifact or creature. Yeah.
Correct.
Very nice.
I guess it's removal. That's pretty big.
Yeah, I mean, it's 3 mana. It's minus. You sack one of your many artifacts, and you just kill any creature. I mean, that's pretty solid.
Yeah, and I'll do... The only downside to this is that it actually did make Searing Blaze live, which is why... Actually, no, I get it. So Mason played out the 3rd mountain, because if he gets the 4th mountain, he can play it down and have...
The
8 damage plus a bolt.
A double fire blast, like Double Fire Blast is so... Oh, that's brutal.
Double Fire Blast is insane, and Logan has got a Force of Will in hand, and that's going to be a big portion. So Mason really does want to wait until it is the last possible moment.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that Thopter Foundry is going to be a big portion and maybe forcing his hand.
Mm-hmm.
Gains a life and creates a Thopter. If he gets a Sword of the Meek as well, Mason may not be able to come back from this.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what Burn does.
But something like drawing a Price of Progress would be like just the nuts.
Yeah, no, the price is real good right here. So okay, we're gonna end a turn bolt.
Sure.
Bolt you.
Sure.
Go to 11. Untap. What's he get here?
Yeah, I'm all about price right now.
Oh my god, guess what he just drew?
Eidolon?
He just drew that price. Oh.
That's...
Never mind, he has a price in hand. Oh no, he has double Fire Blast.
No,
I'm sorry.
double...
I thought that... I'm sorry, I got so excited.
No, that's okay. That's
I thought
okay.
that the Visions Fire Blast, I thought that was the price. The pictures are similar.
You know, this Eidolon actually might be okay here.
Yeah, Eidolon, that's a good one.
Logan runs a lot
Yeah,
of
a lot of
cheap
low
artifacts.
drops. Yep.
Even in Snaring Bridge, one of his key cards is not super expensive.
Yep. I mean, like, he pretty much...
He's got lands and Force
He's
of
got
Will.
Transmute Artifact in there. That's going to burn him. And
A Baleful Strix.
one... What was he got? He cast 1 or 2 spells. He's got the Force. Ooh, it's going to be close.
There's a lot of live draws for Mason here. There's a lot of them.
Nope,
So-
he's going to...
Minus the Duretti.
Yep, minus ready to shoot. That's a good play.
Sure. At least it keeps the Duretti from doing its powerful ult.
God, that's so good.
Of
oh,
making
God, here
3.
comes the Batter Skull. Oh, God, that's no good.
Mason needs to draw a burn spell, and Logan needs to not... Oh, and he's got the Baleful Strix. Mason loses.
Yep, I think that's...
Almost certainly.
I think he drew... Did he draw another Fire Blast?
I think that's 3 fire... no, that's a Grim Lavamancer.
Oh, Lava Mancer.
That's not enough.
Yeah, that's not gonna...
Unless...
I mean, does he Fire Blast the token just to kind of
No.
save a turn? I mean, you could Fire Blast the token.
No. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's not good.
That's real bad.
I know what it is, and it is
This,
not good.
if this Duretti ends up ulting, I would take 4 Batter Skulls.
I don't know if it's gonna last that long.
No. Mason
I
attacks
think
in.
once one of those Batter Skull swings gets in. God, yeah, that was a pretty solid hand for Logan.
That's a
Get the
really...
Force back up, and you get that Batter Skull on curve.
The best part is that Mason is going to try and force it if he
He's
does.
just gonna shoot that guy.
Even if he tries to Fire Blast the Batter
Look at
Skull,
Duretti doing
Logan's
some
going to
work.
lose 2 lands
Yeah,
to then get hit for 4 anyway.
yeah,
This is going to be backbreaking.
yeah.
Mason doesn't come back from this if he tries it.
Just gonna accept the damage.
And now the question is, what are you even looking for at this point? Now it's like,
Well,
now your hope is to draw...
is he playing
Runner
Surfer
Price?
Vortex in main board?
If so...
I mean, he plays the Baleful Strix because he's got the blue. He's got the blue backup already.
Sure.
Or yeah, double
Force.
Yeah,
So maybe you get Sulfuric Vortex this turn,
yeah.
and then you go Price of Progress. Nah, yeah.
I mean, it's
Price of Progress would deal 10.
It needs some serious draws here.
Sulfuric Vortex into Price of Progress all day. That's it. That's the line.
He only flicks the 2 card. Oh, no, he drew a Lava Spike, I think.
Yep. Lava Spike
That's
is not going to cut it.
That's not gonna. Come on, Logan, force it. Come on, Logan, force it.
Force it. Force the Lava Spike of all things.
Force it.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
He's thinking. He's hand shuffling.
I would scoop it up if I was Mason. Because Logan's going to be at 16. Actually, 16 technically is still live to the Sulfuric Vortex next turn. It's so 17 is where it becomes almost the impossible play.
It's
Or I
a kill
guess
to Duretti. So he killed Duretti. Attaboy. Mason never quit Mason. That's what we're calling him. Someone make a scoop.
In the past, we've called him Patty Cake Tout.
That's funny.
Yeah, that is a scoop.
Someone made a scoop.
I don't know.
Classic.
So if you go Sulfuric
I love ice
Vortex,
cream.
Sulfuric Vortex, you're at 11. Logan is ice. Oh, did he redirect it to the Duretti?
Yep.
Why?
Probably saw Planeswalker. You know, like sometimes you see the Planeswalker and you want to go for it. You don't do the math all the way.
But now you're definitely dead.
Yeah, no, now that's pretty much.
Like, you could go Sulfuric Vortex, Price of Progress, and still be pretty far off. So I think, no matter what it is, he needs a Price of Progress, or a Sulfuric Vortex, this draw.
Yeah.
If there isn't one, there's, I don't think, any reason not to scoop.
No, it's... No, yeah, now it's definitely over. You scoop it. He's just going to face heal him. You're not going to be able to get anything.
Yep. Honestly, almost everything but a Sulfuric Vortex.
But when you're playing Burn, you know you have a lot of extra time in the round, so you might as well just play it out.
If Logan doesn't directly die to this card, you leave it on top.
Yeah.
That had to have been a Sulfuric Vortex.
I want to know what it was now.
I really do, because if it was anything else, I would have left it.
I want to ask him.
Unless, maybe if it was a
Can I ask him
price.
after the round?
You can ask him after the round, sure.
Yeah, or after the game.
Do you like how he only ever flickers the 2 cards?
I
that are
know,
only-
God, it's killing me because he draws the card and then he flicks the 2 cards that are already in his hand. Oh, he drew a Barbarian Ring. That's not very helpful right now.
It doesn't even let him cast the 2.
Yeah.
And
Logan's reading like, does this do 19 damage? No? Oh, okay, good. Then I'm fine with it. Poor Mason.
yep, this is just a flat out win for Logan. Mason's gonna sideboard into some Smash to Smithereens though. That's gonna be pretty big.
He's going to sideboard in every single one he owns.
Well, no, he only has 2 in the board.
Oh, Smash to Smithereens, killing a land. That'd be...
It's happened.
That'd be the good stuff right there.
Or
Mason
hitting
on the
like
play.
hitting a Mox or like a Mox Diamond or a Mox Opal.
Mason's turn 2 is Smash to Smithereens. His turn 1 land of a Vault of Whispers or something like that. Ooh,
Yep,
that's such a great play.
it feels right, you know.
He's gonna Barbarian Ring. Goodbye, bird.
Nice way to stop that.
And here we go. He's gonna learn the lesson. Fire Blast and goodbye. Force there. Good game. And Mason with his 1 land.
On the bright side, Logan did only gain 3 life because he forced. So he's actually at 21. Or he's at 22. He's at 22 because of that force will.
Yep.
So that's a little bit of a win for Mason.
It's all about small victories.
Though at this point, if I'm Logan,
You're just gonna play it out to see as much as you can.
I wouldn't. Time is a real factor. Logan is just gonna create.
Yeah, game 2.
Okay.
I just heard him say game 2.
I was gonna say Logan should use the Thopter Foundry just to get 2 of his lands
Yeah.
into Thopters and then win with those.
Yeah. Can I ask Logan real quick?
You can. I mean, after the round, I guess.
Alright.
I don't know. I don't want
No,
to
it's okay.
too much.
That's alright. I won't do it.
We'll assume that it was the Sulfuric Vortex.
It was
and
something
that
good.
was a great Fate Seal to close out the game.
Yeah.
Sato, by
So
the
we were
way,
talking about sideboards.
Sato K bought us a mic today. Sato K donated $100 to buy a new Yeti.
Oh, nice. What a nice guy.
Your level of hype, like, I promise, this is actually him being pretty hyped.
I'm a hype guy.
He's a hype guy.
Thanks, man.
Thank
Is
you.
he still in there?
Yeah,
Where is he at?
Sato K is right there. Sato K 2004.
Oh, that's an LK. I thought it was an IK.
Nope.
I was gonna try to pronounce his name, but I didn't want to say the wrong thing again and get the evil eye. So,
Yeah,
Sad LK. Where does he live at?
I don't know.
Or they live at? Well, I want to know. Maybe I want to give him something in return.
Ooh.
Maybe I want to say, hey, thanks for doing that. Let me give you something.
Ooh.
All right, you email me. You send me. You email me. Email's on the website. You shoot me an email. We'll talk.
Said okay. You could also just send it to me on Twitter. We've talked on there before,
All right.
and I can just get it to him.
Yeah.
Does that work?
I don't know.
All right.
You, Wisconsin. Oh, you Packers fan?
That's going to affect whether or not.
Yeah. Let's. Yeah. Hey.
That's going to play a role.
Sturgeon Bay, huh? I bet that's quite the fishing place.
It sounds like a fishing place.
Yeah. You said that you would deface anyone's property?
Someone asked if I would sign a card for them.
Oh, he's a Lions fan. Oh, okay.
That's
you know
fine.
what? It's tough being a Lions fan, so just fine. All right. You email me. We'll chat. Appreciate that. That's really good.
That's really generous
Yeah,
of
that's
you.
a nice guy. That's you know, it's the holidays. Feels good to give. I try giving as much as I can.
They've started adding clips for my quotes because they record me saying it.
Oh, what's going on?
Yeah.
That guy just said, "Go Pats." How do you? We need to.
Be
need
nice.
To make, yeah. All right.
Be nice.
Go your sports team. I'm happy if you're happy.
I've actually thought about making an entire clothing line, which is gray, black, and white, which show him, quote, "We have no sound. I can't."
Nah, don't worry about it.
Send it to the Geek Fortress Twitter.
Yeah, it's true. I go on there every couple weeks.
I've been more active on it than you have.
I'm pretty bad at it. I know. I apologize. I try to get on there. It's just like I just forget about it. Like it's kind of one of those things where it's like if it was on my phone more often, I'd probably go on there more often. But I don't have it on my phone, so I don't really get a chance to use it very often. So
I'll just start using it more then. I assumed that you were using it a bit.
nah.
Okay.
All right. So what do we got here? So Logan, what's Tezzeret to bring in? Anything to gain life, really? Because he knows that if you're playing against Burn, once you gain usually like 4 to 6 life, that's
I mean, if
usually
I have
pretty
any
good
like
enough.
blue elemental blast, that would be. Probably don't.
You
But...
definitely do not. That would be quite the shocker. And we know what Mason's bringing in. Anything to smash artifacts to smithereens.
Let's see. That's what I said, by the way. Oh, and that's one of the things that I said. Elves is a blazing fast, and has the resilience of a dry twig in front of a fire that was somehow in the home of a bear that walks clumsily in his work boots.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
No, I can totally see that. That's exactly what Elves reminds me of.
That's right.
Oh,
Right?
Ooh, that's what he brings in. Duh. I totally forgot about that. Exquisite Firecraft. That's a hot card right there.
Exquisite Firecraft is a spicy meatball, to be certain.
Yep, absolutely. Uncounterable Burn, as if Burn didn't have it easy enough. They have it very easy. In case anyone's curious. So Logan got game 1.
Yes.
Now 20-20.
Yes.
They're ready for round 2.
I
Match
typed
2.
all this stuff earlier, and it
That's okay.
It didn't stick.
No, that's okay. That's, it's... Logan just spinning the dice. Ooh, he had to mulligan. He only, I think, the one lander.
Oh, 132 is about the donation? My bad. It's apparently what I said in response to the donation, which was probably me just putting my hands on my face.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's what I do.
Good man. Who's that? The dude? The dude gets a raise.
Well,
I
Modern Elves has better resiliency than that, you'd say? I mean, have you ever seen a dry twig in front of a fireplace in the home of a bear with work boots?
don't know why. Does the bear, matter?
Yeah. Yeah, of course the bear matters. That's rude.
Fair enough. Alright, so Mason gets a keep and a scry. Looks like he's got 2 lands and a lot of burn. That's usually what you like to see.
Eric Cernak, Tezzeret does have Thopter Sword. It's not the most consistent combo, but he does have Transmute as an option
Yeah,
to
he
go
does
for.
have transmute. No, and I think Mason would probably... Would he bring in Red Elemental Blast? Oh, God, he just...
Got him.
The Chalice on 1.
A bolt in response. If he's got the Smash to Smithereens, that becomes excellent. If he doesn't, then he's in trouble. On the bright side, we're down to 15 just for putting that out.
Yep, and I think he's
That's
got...
no smash
he's got
in
a
hand.
turn 2 Eidolon. I can't tell what he's got. He's got a Fire Blast.
That
No
is
Eidolon.
not. He has got a Fire Blast and a Exquisite
Logan's
Firecraft
got to be
in hand.
careful. That Logan's deck can... Before he knows it, that Ancient Tomb can be really painful. There's nothing worse than shocking yourself every turn against the burn deck.
I think Logan might be super conservative.
Yeah.
It is the first one.
Is there 2 of them?
No. Well, I guess there shouldn't be.
Yeah, no, there shouldn't be. No, it should just be just Geek Fortress.
Thank you so much, Lichius.
Oh, I like how he said guys.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
You're included.
Yep, look, Captain America.
Look. Tie clip.
Tie clip, very
Tie
nice.
clip.
No, it's classy.
Thank you. I borrowed these clothes from TJ.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
He's a very swell guy. You guys have the same frame. It's very bizarre. A Vexing Shusher.
Mason brings in the Vexing Shusher
Huh.
because it gets around Chalice. It turns all of his bolts into lightning strikes. It's actually brilliant.
Interesting. I like it.
I love it. I think that it's just a stellar, an interstellar play.
No, ooh, that's out of this world. The Vexing Shusher.
Yeah.
The one card that can never be seen on stream, but everyone knows what it is because it's so unrecognizably foiled.
I have never seen a non-promo one.
I had one time, I think.
The promo one
For sure.
is so common.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's very bizarre how often you see that one.
Yeah, both of these players are undefeated.
Yes.
These are the 3-0s.
Yep.
This is the finals. The final countdown.
Yep.
The
So he's got some thinking to do now.
the true
Logan
fight for
does.
supremacy. Hulk over.
Iron Captain. Oh, man, that guy sounds awesome.
The Iron Captain. Alright. Is
So-
that another Chalice in hand? Chalice on 2 is big. Going down to 13 for a Chalice on 2 actually
stinks.
straight wins this game.
That just stinks. God, Chalice is such an unfun card.
If Mason doesn't drop down another land... I mean, the Vexing Shusher
Well,
still
the-
needs to be answered.
Yeah, and he can still cast the 1-drops, so that's good.
Bride Machete. No. In fact, fetches don't
He's
thin
got-
at all. It runs fetches for your Grim Lavamancer and for your Searing Blazes at instant speed.
Uncounterable. Yep, yeah, he makes that Lava Spike uncounterable.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you do that exactly? You cast a spell.
Right?
Chalice goes on the stack.
Sure.
You use Vexing Shusher.
Yep.
Chalice resolves, can't counter it.
Correct.
Interesting.
Yep.
Do you have to word it that way? That's a really interesting kind of
So,
setup there.
Vexing Shusher's exact wording is pay a red or a green. Target spell you control can't be countered by
So
spells
it's
or
while it's on the
abilities.
stack.
Yep. Yep.
Apologize
absolutely.
for my coughs, everyone.
But it's just for Searing Blazes on their turn and for your Grim Lavamancer.
Yep. So yeah, no, that third. So these chalices, man, that Vexing Shusher
Big game.
is huge.
Gotta get it off
He's
the table.
got game next turn actually.
Yes.
He's got the Chain Lightning, the attack, and the Fire Blast. And Logan is gonna do more damage. That Ancient Tomb is just painful.
Or if Mason draws the land, Exquisite Firecraft.
Yep. Yeah, he's in
You don't
trouble.
even need the attack anymore.
He's gonna Tez. I believe he's probably gonna plus Tez.
I think you make a 5/5.
I
No,
don't-
God, no, you
I mean,
don't.
I don't think you can. I don't think it matters.
I don't think either of them matter. I mean, a 5/5 is like, how? Okay, well, at least, you
I
know,
mean, if
they.
he makes the 5/5,
I mean, it's not like
it's
it's gonna
interesting.
die.
yeah, it's interesting.
So, yeah, we are just gonna go for
Yep,
the
he's
plus.
gonna plus him.
Maybe looking for something that would be an out.
I know Logan does have the Force in hand, so hopefully
Vault of Whispers. Nice. Mason's gonna top deck.
Mason really needs a land right now.
Doesn't. Has the win either. Anyway.
No, because Logan does have the Force in hand. He's got a Force Baleful Strixen if Mason goes for that Fire Blast. Nope, he gets the Barbarian Ring. That's a good draw. Because now he
Doesn't
can
enter
go
tapped?
Barbarian Ring? I don't think so.
No, you're.
No.
I was thinking of Never mind.
So now he's got the
Never mind.
Exquisite
This
Fire.
is the one that deals 1 damage to you.
Yeah. So he's done a 4.
Then you
He's-
Firecraft. Just go for the. Is that a Price of Progress?
That is a Price of Progress. That is uncounterable Price of Progress. That is game. I didn't even see he had that in his hand.
Yep, and he's got the Vexing
Yeah,
Shusher.
no, that is just game. Logan is just like, Vexing Shusher, what is this madness?
Actually, Mason may have missequenced this.
No.
Well, Logan can counter in response to the Vexing Shusher ability. Like, Mason wins next turn. But Logan can respond to the activation of the Vexing Shusher by countering it. I think Mason got a little bit hasty.
Yep, he did.
Well, actually, no, because Logan wouldn't have
Now he
countered
can
it
Fire
anyway.
Blast him. Yeah.
Yeah.
He had the Fire Blast that, yeah. So you're right. Mason did actually missequence that. He should have cast a spell.
I mean, you should have just gone Exquisite Firecraft first. It can't be countered at all.
Right, but he had the game that round.
True. It's 3 damage for way too much damage or 3 damage for the right amount of damage. It's
the
all the
price
same.
of the Price of Progress was there. But you're right. He did missequence it. He should have cast it.
But the Forcer will put him...
Wait.
Yeah.
He should have cast it. Well, actually, no, because he had to force it. Because he cast it,
Yep.
the Chalice trigger goes on the stack. So, no, I think he's okay.
Yeah.
He had to get the force out of hand, basically.
It means we get a
He had
game
to kill
3,
him
though.
twice. Yep, it's true. He had to kill him twice. I'm going to go bounce around and do stuff. I'll be back.
Just as I put
Couldn't
my
wait for
name
the
in...
Force Chalice triggers. Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking, too. So,
Yep.
all right.
Okay. Yeah. Not arguing with that one. I was running through another line in my play. Or another play line in my mind. I don't know. I can't talk. I can't talk ever. I just say words, they come out, and people seem to people seem to think like, okay. And I'm like, okay. That might have been the worst thing that I've ever said in the history of this stream. That was just a pointless thing to say. I'm not sure if I love the sequencing. I think I still prefer the Exquisite Firecraft. But I think it worked out great. I guess in the end of the day, they're both kind of exactly the same. Okay. Welcome for joining. No, see, that's a great one that I said. That was brilliant. That was lightning in a bottle. Then there's just other stuff that I say, which is not lightning in a bottle. It's lightning in a firefly. A firefly that doesn't exist. Doro with the wordplay. Mason is going to be going for the mulligan. Looks like we're going to try out our 6. Logan digging his 7. It's a good start for Logan. Mason's going to be on the draw, however, gets to take another look. Turn 1 Chalice would be pretty backbreaking. The big thing is that Chalice is really looking to cast a Chalice off of a Mox more than that Ancient Tomb, because then he doesn't take so much damage to do it. Sorry, John Hightide. Sorry. That's me. That's on me. Tommy Moonray. Man, where? I have never had so many problems with long hair. TJ never has to deal with this. TJ doesn't have to deal with long hair. TJ never has to deal with long hair, and it is just awful. Why do people wait until their opponents choose to keep or mulligan to look at their opening 7? Generally, it's so that you know right once you're evaluating the hand. If you look at the hand and you start making like, well, I would keep it a done, and you start getting into this kind of subjective, if you just look at the hand freshly with complete information is why you would do that. Does that mean that you should? No. It's just a player preference. That is a Stigma Lasher in Mason's hand. That is a Stigma Lasher. Donahue? Yes, it is. That new season is going to be awesome. Man. If I were to play Standard, what deck would I play? I would play the 1 and 2 drop red deck. I would just play the like mono red Sly. Mason's got a Stigma Lasher in hand. A Stigma Lasher. So a Thopter Foundry out for Logan. That's going to be pretty rough, and it means that the Stigma Lasher is never actually going to deal damage to Logan ever. So it's not really a great idea to... Like, casting it is just pointless at this point. And this is kind of why I'm not a big fan of Stigma Lasher. Not really. I mean, it's not an emblem, but I guess I'm sure that I don't know. There might have been other effects. I couldn't tell you for certain. Could not tell you for certain. Okay. Alright. There you go. Let's see what we have. Stigma Lasher is the greatest? I don't know. I'm not thrilled with Stigma Lasher almost ever. I think the card takes too much work for its effect when you can just play Sulfuric Vortex instead. But we've got a lot of Moxes out for Logan. We do have the 1 Thopter token that's on the battlefield. The Stigma Lasher is on there, and Logan is apparently having to deal with it. He did use a Smash to Smithereens on the Thopter Foundry. I mean, that's like saying that Gonti makes an emblem, because Gonti technically lets you cast that card for the rest of the game. Sword of the Meek, ooh, almost, the engine was almost online. Logan missing some of these land drops. Another Fire Blast from Mason. He's going to fetch here. Going down to 18. Not sure why he's doing this. Unless he took out all of his Searing Blazes, which makes this fine play. But if he has any of them left, at least I don't really get going for it at the end step. I think that Mason has just got the habit as a holdover from Modern. I think that fetch at the end step is just a Modern holdover. We do have Exquisite Firecraft in hand, so that's an uncounterable 4. You could go for both the Lightning Bolt and the Exquisite Firecraft. That ends up putting Logan down to 12, functionally at 8 for the rest of the game. Or you Lightning Bolt the Thopter, and you attack with the Stigma Lasher, and assume that Logan will have no creatures for the rest of the game. And Logan can't gain life anymore. That's it. The life gain engine is done. No more of it. It's all gone. Zip, Zero, Zuno, Zipperino, Ziploc Bag, Zip Tight, Zipper on a Jacket, Zipzada, Zero, Zulu. And we're going to take out the Stigma Lasher using that Sword of the Meek. So that already is down to 2. That's going to be plussing up to make some of these blockers. Mason looking for something here. He does have this Exquisite Firecraft that he hasn't fired off yet. He also has a 5th land, which is always pretty nice. Fellow 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure having you here. Welcome for joining Zipperoonie. Yes. Yes, Moose Bolton. Zipperoonie, indeed. And we are just... This is the most conservative burn player that I've ever seen, and this is coming from me. And I am a very conservative burn player. Man. So instead of 9, Logan is at 16. And I guess that's where we're at. With a Fire Blast in hand as our only burn spell. Scratch that. Scratch that. We've got a Lava Spike. So Logan would have been at 6 with a Duretti out on the field. I don't know. I don't think that I would have gone for the Thopter at all. I don't know. I think I just would have swung with the Stigma Lasher. I think I would have just bolted Logan. Yeah. This is some really conservative burn lines. And a Jace going for a Fate Seal here, or the Tezzeret just plussing up and then doing a drain. What took care of the Thopters? Mason bolted a Thopter and did a Smash to Smithereens on the original Thopter Foundry. Tezzeret plusses up. We're gonna dig. I don't like making a 5/5 here. You don't need blockers. You're at 13. You dig for an artifact because if you can ult Tezzeret anytime upcoming, you're gonna drain for about 10. Oh, drain, but you can't gain the life. But you do drain, and that becomes a fairly good win condition. The Stigma Lasher still has its ability on the battlefield, however. Okay. Let's see here. Alright, and there we go. So, looks like we are going to make the 5/5. I guess that's a decent way to win the game. Not sure if it's faster, though. So we could hardcast the Rift Bolt, then Fire Blast. Or we can suspend it for some reason. Sure. Right now, your hope is that Logan plays out another... Oh! Trinosphere. Trinosphere is pretty good. Trinosphere is pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. I think right now Mason is looking to find a Price of Progress. Price of Progress looks real good right now. Yeah, Trinosphere is pretty good. Nah, if you're wondering why Mason shouldn't have suspended that and should have just hardcast it, this is probably a good explanation of why. Because usually dying is bad. And you don't real want that. So, Mason getting punished for the Funzy Suspend. And, yep. That is unfortunate. That is unfortunate when he also has to pay the 3 to go for the Fire Blast. Oh, man. That is brutal. Sometimes you get punished. Sometimes you get punished. Because he has to decide if he wants to cast this or anything else this turn. Unfortunate. And honestly, I think you just do it. You're not dying next turn. So if you deal the 3 damage, your best hope is to... Let's see, you put him to 10. I don't think that Mason can win. Mason can't win. Unless he draws a Smash to Smithereens. Mason can no longer win unless he draws a Smash to Smithereens. Based on what he has got, what he can draw, and the fact that these 2 5/5s will be attacking each turn. Actually, he just can't win at all. Yep, he can. He does have the Price of Progress now. So if Logan plays the land, if you play a land, you need a Smash. You need a Smash real bad. But we're going to go to 2. And I think Logan is about to be our winner with Tezzeret. And I think a lot of that... Wow. You know, if Mason had hardcast that, Logan would be at 10. Mason then could have gone for the Price of Progress to deal 4 damage, knocked down to 6. The Stigma Lash I don't think would have mattered. Nope, I think that Mason was dead no matter what. I think that Mason was dead no matter what. Wow. What a time to be alive. Hey, Lord of the Pit, it's good to see you. Thank you so much for joining and being who you are. Price of Progress. Let's go down to 9. And I think that this is a tale that tells itself. I think Mason got a little bit too conservative with that, and Logan took it. Woo! What a day. Alright, let's head on up and get ready for the end of the stream. Hello and thank you for joining. My name's Tommy Moonray. This has been the Legacy Stream. Thank you everybody so much for joining, being who you are, being how you be, because you are what makes this stream what it is, and I cannot appreciate you all enough. It's a pretty incredible experience to be able to do this with you all. It's a ton of fun. If you haven't yet, be sure to hit that follow button. We do this every single Friday. No stream tomorrow. No stream tomorrow. It's Christmas Eve. We're going to be taking it off. But otherwise, we stream 4 times a week, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. Wow, that's a lot to stream. And I'll be here. TJ will be here for pretty much all of it. So, it'll be a blast. It'll be amazing. It'll be excellent and exciting all the time. And I really look forward to doing it more in the future, especially heading into 2017. Also, take a look, if you get the chance, keep an eye out for Red Baron NTG, who will be streaming entering into the new year, which is always pretty sweet. So, what have we got? It looks like we've got another member of the Rogues Gallery on. Let's check it out. I'm going to host you on over to Boot to the Head. I highly recommend that you hit that follow button. My favorite holiday is probably New Year's. No, I'm sorry. Maybe 4th of July. 4th of July. Halloween is a lot of fun. I like Christmas a lot. New Year's? New Year's. I like New Year's a lot. I think New Year's is probably my favorite. Let's go with New Year's. But, you are all incredible. You are all amazing. I'm going to try and preserve my voice. E. Waynham, thank you so much for hitting that follow button. I don't have a favorite Christmas carol. I'm not that big into them. But thank you, everybody, for what you do for this stream. Let's go crash in on Boot to the Head stream. Let's have a brilliant holiday season. And let's have a great time. Always. I'll see you next Monday, I'm sure. Or I guess TJ will see you next Monday. And until then, whether it's good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, Merry Christmas from all of us here at Geek Fortress. Enjoy the holiday. Enjoy your friends and your family and the people who are around you. And I guess we'll see you on the other side of that holiday. I'll see you all there. I look forward to it. Bye.